afternoon nap, being gleefully breaking Wild Gold's heart. That's what I can remember.
Very,
good shit.
very, very happily.
We'll send our best ranger. You paid for
Winning.
that, didn't you?
The best stranger.
Yeah.
So everyone say hello to Sash.
Hello to
Hello.
Sash.
Hey, Sash.
Hello, Shash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another session as we focused on Zymorvan Hall again, in between the slaying of giant monarchy. We've already killed the Hill Giant Lord. We've already destroyed the Dodcong, who had subverted the Snow Giants. We have a plan coming up where we will head out across the frosty seas and seek out the Frost Giant Jarl. And we have some idea of where we can find the Frost Giant Jarl. He's got a floating iceberg way up there in the sea of moving ice, which is, as it sounds like, a labyrinth of mobile icebergs constantly crashing against each other in the wave. Eventually, we will get to the Fire Giants, who apparently are underneath the world somewhere, underneath the spine of the world, or somewhere in the Underdark anyway. Beyond that, the Cloud Giant Lords might be a little harder to reach. They are known to live in flying castles, so pinpointing them exactly can be a little tough. And after that, we will finally use our conscious of teleportation to travel to meet with the Storm Giants family, the king of the Storm Giants, because we don't know where the Storm Giant King is, but we can at least use our conscious of teleportation to reach his court and maybe meet up with some of his daughters or whoever is left.
So I thought we knew that. I thought Livy's patron was holding the Storm King.
I know that.
Like, you did a ritual, and then like the patron told Prophet, and then Prophet told everyone, and he was like, "That was a secret."
Can't remember, honestly. I cannot remember. I remember the ritual happening. I don't remember the results of it.
Yeah, I think the patron told me, like, as like a hint, like, "Oh, look how powerful I am," and then I told everyone, and the patron was like, "That was meant to be a secret."
Yeah,
I
I
can-
can't remember what the
I can look
patron
and
said.
find it later.
I remember it talking to you. I can't remember what it said though.
Yeah, we are not focused on giants at the moment. For these are the days of our lives in Zymorvan Hall. The festival is over. It was a merry time had by 99% of people. There is only a small fraction of people who are left sadder than they were before the festivities and liches and balloons.
Mm.
It's a new day. A new day dawns in here in Zymorvan Hall. The Evermores look quite beautiful in the morning light, with mist rising off them, birds everywhere, a great wetlands filled with jabberoos and storks and other birds that live in the water, ducks. But not everybody is feeling the best today. What will we do?
I believe I've suggested to Wild to have a conversation with his kind of ex, kind of love interest.
I don't need to do that.
You were magically compelled to.
What's the save?
You
What,
already
you already
made it.
failed
you
it?
failed.
made it.
Yes.
Inspiration?
I mean, you did it last session and already used your inspiration, so you could.
And you don't get another save.
Dice have spoken.
You must talk to her.
I don't remember what was happening though, to be honest with you.
She was leading a horse away.
She's
She's going for a
walking
walk or
horse.
something.
Back of a castle or something? Back of the castle? Back of the keep?
Right.
Where are my notes? Alright. Leaving already?
I She looks back down towards the water's edge where she was fishing. I need to clear my head.
I would like to do the same thing, but for some reason I'm compelled to come here.
Compelled, you say? Oh, that is an unusual word to use to describe your feelings.
Usual feeling. The feeling of just not wanting to leave here for some reason for a long period of time and keep talking.
Well, I cannot talk to you for too long, but if you want to say something, then you can say it.
I have many things that I want to say all the time, but some things are better left unsaid.
Well, then
But I
don't
feel
say them.
compelled to say them for some reason.
Well, I understand that you want to say them, but you don't want to say them. But make up your mind.
Wild pulls out his fishing rod from the bag of holding and starts
You want
fishing.
to go fishing? I have been fishing for so long. Well, all right, I will join you. So, what do you want to talk about?
I saw you and Nap.
Oh, you saw us. What do you
Yes.
think that you saw?
I saw betrayal.
Oh, betrayal. I did not know that you and Nap are married.
No, but I did consider him a close friend.
Oh, I understand. So what? What will you do? Will you fight him?
I haven't worked that out yet. Possibly. And the grip tightens on his fishing rod.
Well, look, you don't need to fight because I will just leave here and then there will be no tension between you and your good friend. I will only get in the way.
That might be what's for the best in this situation.
It's for the best. She stands up. Then you will never see me again. She starts to walk off.
I feel like that might be impossible. And he's walking backwards as if magically compelled to follow her while still fishing.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm not quite sure actually. I would like to continue fishing, but seems I have to continue following you. Fuck, I hate magic.
You are doing this with magic?
I don't know any magic.
Someone is making you do this with magic.
Yep.
Well, I have an idea of how to snap you out of this. Are you ready?
Sure. Punch me in the face. Do whatever you
Yeah.
need to.
That's exactly what she's doing. She's gonna slap you, but when you say punch, her fingers clench. She goes straight for the defense. Does he get an extra saving throw?
Nope.
Okay.
Is that a
Does it again.
dodge?
A third
Oh,
time,
fuck.
fourth time, a fifth time. It's not
Wait,
working.
wait. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, fuck. What? 1, 2, 3, 5 of you. 5 of you.
She walks
I
off.
can count! Something's gone terribly wrong. Usually I'm only good with gold. That's when I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be a
Yeah.
genius.
Do you have anything interesting to say?
Everything I say is interesting.
No, it's not.
Well, that's kind of hurtful.
Wild Gold, you are a very nice man for a violent killer. You are
Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
also very sensitive and prickly like a porcupine. You don't know how to take the criticism that you so badly need and deserve.
That is bullshit. I take criticism very well, thank you. I
So
am
you are-
the most criticizable person here.
Oh, so you are telling me that I am wrong?
Yes.
I see. Well, thank you, because I think I have just made up my mind about something.
That I am the greatest.
Yes, Wild Gold, that you are the greatest.
Good. I'm glad we've come to this conclusion.
Now, let's play a little game.
Ooh, I like games.
Oh, good. Let's play hide and seek. You close your eyes and count to 100 and come and find me.
You're talking to the right man if it's counting.
He goes and he counts to 5 and then he starts having trouble.
Just do that many times.
Yeah, alright. 12 D1. What comes after 12 D1? I'll be there soon.
When you finally open up your eyes, she's nowhere to be found.
He's just gonna go searching around.
You're sort
Nap,
of
where do you
locate
live?
dragon.
Sorry?
Oh no, I've
Where
used
do
that already
you-
today.
Where do you stay normally? Do you have like a room or anything?
Guess if I'm not sleeping in that bed hat trick, I'd be like just roaming the forest.
All right. Well, someone's knocking on your bed hatchery, but if you're not there and roaming the forest, then I guess she's not going to get an answer.
I know because it comes with me. It's that, remember that rope trick thing?
Oh, the road trip. Oh, yeah, right.
I
Yes,
see-
that's your room.
I think
So,
you have
like,
a
she's
room as
looking
I'm
for the-
Morven.
Prophet, have you put up any temporary halls or anything?
I mean, maybe for
You
like,
don't have any.
a
yeah.
demonstration.
Yeah, yeah. So she's knocking on the door of one of your towers.
Do I open the door then?
Have you seen Afternoon Nap?
I don't think so. He enjoys walking through the forest, I believe.
Can I stay here tonight?
Yeah, sure. You can have the bed. I'll stay on the sofa.
No. That's okay. I want to be near the fire anyway. Just please don't tell don't tell anyone that I'm here, please.
You have my word then. He'll go
Hmm.
back to like research.
She kisses you on the forehead and goes and settles down in front of the fire, reads. You spend all night, 8 hours searching Wild Gold. And I assume any time that you knock on Prophet's door to try to, ask if she's there, then you'll likely get a negative response. She's good at hiding. She's good. She's good
Goes
at
and
this
finds
game.
Aradel.
Finds Aradel. Find Raskan.
Raskan!
Yeah, that's like you search so hard that you find Raskan, but you don't find her.
In the woods? Am I in the woods?
Yeah, yeah,
you
I guess so. No.
He's
Why
like, I'm
can't
not
you use
looking
the
for
skill
you
to
right
find
now.
the
Go
Storm
away.
King? Finds the Storm King.
Finds the Storm King. you seen a girl? She's got dreadlocks.
Yay, yay, hi.
No, it's like Wild
Could be a
and Nap
dragon.
have a duel in the forest.
Woo, woo.
But with
Perfect.
swords.
How
just
duels
kites you
were
with a bow and
normally
arrow.
fought.
Savage. Alright,
I guess,
Aradel-
if I find Aradel, I'll just hang around with him for a while.
sure.
Aradel spent the 8 hours chilling out with Luro in silence.
Is me and Laura still passed out drunk?
It's the
Probably.
same night, so yeah.
Yeah, we are.
The best silenced drunk people.
Yeah.
So
Well-
Wild what comes back again?
After 8 hours.
Yeah, he's back.
How was
Comes
your
and finds
tour?
you. I think it went really well. We're actually playing hide and seek right now, but she's really fucking good at it. Really
Yeah.
good at it.
You're giving up.
Well, just come to get some help.
You've been beaten in a game?
Yeah, hide and seek. She's really good at hiding.
What do you want now?
Well, you can do magic, right? You use magic on me. You use magic on
I-
other things. And you use magic to talk to the losers or whatever.
The who's?
The losers.
Oh, alright. Well, you want me to find her?
Yeah.
It's a violation of her privacy, I think.
All right, fine. Nap.
Why?
No reason.
He's probably
I want to have sex, alright?
Well,
With
so
a shave
Okay.
tabaxi.
if she's not willing, then
that will be.
Oh god.
Is this because of the thing that they did?
Nope.
no.
I'm gonna go see my old friend Nap.
I would like to insight check.
You pass.
It's pretty obvious.
I think you should not go and see Nap for now.
Why is that?
Well, just you might do something that would be a bit silly.
Aradel. And he puts his big hand on his shoulder and starts digging his claws in gently at first. I don't think you understand. I don't want to do anything to him. You see, he's an old friend. I just want to go talk to him.
I don't know.
Aradel,
when-
please, I'm begging you.
Why?
No reason.
No reason. I'm sure that I could magically compel you to go find him. I'm sure that'll happen.
Sure.
It won't be any different than if you were just searching for him normally.
You're useless. I'm gonna go search the forest. And he takes off sprinting for the forest.
Whew. Okay. I'm gonna go find I'm gonna go find Prophet.
Alright, you find Prophet. He's got his property. You're staying in the tower that you created.
Yeah, just like in the room below, like he's just doing research, like on the lounge, like just reading a book.
Makes sense, yeah.
Prophet.
And, like there's just like a sigh. He's like, "Why is everyone bothering me tonight?"
Uh,
And he opens the door. Opens.
Are you able to cast the sending spell today?
Once.
Oh, could you tell Nat to stay away from Wild?
Why? Comes a voice from over near the fire.
Oh, no reason.
Oh.
Who's that?
It's me, she stands up. Wild Gold and Nap are fighting because of me. I should leave. I I don't belong here, and I am just causing problems. Thank you for your kindness, Prophet. I will. I had better go before either of them get back.
Yeah, I'm sorry their rudeness has dissuaded you from staying.
It's not their fault.
They're just
I.
children mostly.
Yes, all mortals are just children. I should not be playing games with their feelings. I should know better. It was. This is a foolish obsession of mine. I. I should be with my own kind. I will only cause problems with your peoples.
You just need to
Thank
find
you
the
for your.
mature ones, but I wish you luck in your travels.
Thank you. I will
Fly
not
well,
forget
I
you.
guess.
Huh. Yes, and good luck. I can't think of anything else to say.
If you ever need anything, you are welcome here in Zymorven Hall.
If you ever need me, she says, and she pulls out a dagger. It
He
cuts off one
stabs.
of her locks and gives it to you, Prophet.
You put in like a small pouch.
Farewell, heroes. I hope that you find what you're looking for in life. She sighs,
I hope this
goes
doesn't
out into the night.
dissuade you from hanging out with mortals.
It convinces me that it is a bad idea. My kind harass me for the amount of time I spend with mortals. I am somewhat obsessed, particularly with the men. And I should know better. I should know better than to play with fickle hearts that are easily broken, and friendships that are more important than other feelings. I hope you understand. I hope they understand.
Oh, if they don't, I'll make sure they get along.
I'm going now. Until we meet again.
Until then. And then I'll cast the sending spell to after the nap. Yeah, it's like Aradale thinks you should stay away from Wild Gold for the meantime.
Cool. Then I will reply. I will find a nice hiding place.
Your hiding place is certainly too good for Wild Gold to discover. So when the dawn comes, everyone's alone.
Wonderful.
Wild
your
would
head,
just
will
be
you?
searching in the forest nearby. Not gone too far, you know, but like he's sort of enraged at the moment. He's
You
going into
discover,
the forest.
you discover a clan of goblins. It's about 30 of them.
Goblin killing time.
You have killed all of the males. There are only the females and the children left.
I leave them alive.
Very well. Anakin is really disappointed in you.
Do it.
An angry voice in the back of my head says, "Do it," so I do it.
You feel the hate flow through you. You killed them all, the women and the children. They're animals, and you hate them.
Keep running through the forest.
Mass genocide.
when Wild God finally returns, he has black blood all over his fur.
Hey guys!
Is this in the morning?
It is indeed.
I you got a wee bit of something like, well, everywhere.
Where?
Uh,
Here?
Oh,
He's like rubbing it in.
Like, there,
oh,
there.
yep, you got it right. You just got it. It's alright. Don't worry about it.
Thanks. And he'll pat you on the back with a big bloody hand.
Oh,
You're the best. And he
eh,
tussles your hair with a big bloody hand.
he doesn't know any better. He doesn't know.
Have
any
you seen
better.
Aradel?
No, I actually I haven't. I kind of just woke up a little bit, got a bit of a sore head. I've seen Luro. I woke up near him not long ago, but no, nothing else.
I
Alright,
would,
I'm gonna go find Aradel.
he would be either at or on his way to the forge, because I'm pretty sure that Roz is just hammering
In
out
the
all night.
bathhouse.
Oh, you're in the
In the bath-
bathhouse.
Yeah, he's
Are you
having
on
a
about
bar.
I thought you were going all night and all day on the banging around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have. I imagine. Is this the morning it's just been done?
Yeah, the morning after the festival.
So technically, you still got a few more days in the forge to make it after this
I
point.
guess so, yeah.
I thought we said it was completed.
No, we haven't
Yeah.
done that. This is
Oh,
just
I don't
before
know.
we do the time skip, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, then
Oh,
if
no,
it's not
no,
ready yet,
this
I'll
one,
be
yeah.
nearby, like with Roz, like fabricating stuff.
Timey-wimey stuff, you know.
All right. If it's the morning, I'll probably come down and cast Red Restoration to remove your exhaustion for the day.
Okay.
I'm
Go get out of here. You take up the area.
I'm
distracting
going to
me.
the bath. I would like to go to the bathhouse now. Some
I
good
mean, I'm probably
idea.
going to be meeting you there now because I got black blood all over me.
And you're hungover.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a jacuzzi.
Livy's going to the bathhouse too.
We're all going to the bathhouse.
Miles
Oh,
is
mate.
looking for Aradel.
Is Lyra coming to the bathhouse?
Lyra baths in a stream near the grove.
Fine.
All right. Bathhouse time.
Fantastic. You can rub down, massage, perfume, shave, anything that you want.
I'll
Your
summon
loss.
my my mole and I'll make a jacuzzi out of one of them, a hot tub.
What's with that muck on you, Iglis?
I bloody woke up from my drunken stupor and Wild came in asking for you. He had blood, black blood. Oh well. What I know is black blood from getting it on me and smelling it, and just killing goblins before.
Probably, yeah. Goblins have black blood. It's known.
Okay. Yeah, looked like he was covered in goblin blood. It was black everywhere.
Well, hopefully he's expended all his energy.
Hey, I think he would have. Covered in that much blood, I'd say he killed a small village.
Of goblins, I hope.
Hey, I don't know any other species with black blood.
Mm. Very sick people.
Don't know any illness that'll do that, but maybe. But you know what they say, destruction brings about birth of a new. So maybe that destruction has brought about the birth of a new wild.
Oh, let's hope.
Or, alternatively, I could cast Geas on him to not hurt Nap. I don't think he'd like it though.
Well, I think if he gets angry, though, he can break out of such things.
Not to my knowledge, but probably I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea on anyway. I just thought it'd be maybe a way to refrain from killing each other.
Maybe. Well, we'll see. Yeah, if he turns up.
True.
Is the last thought on Wild's mind to have a bath right now?
Yeah, pretty much. The very last thought.
Yes.
He's just looking through town for Aradel.
He just searches through your bedroom with Steve's blood all over it. Is he in this book? Turns his pages.
Oh,
Nah, all my books are in my bag. Fuck you. Calming bath.
Hmm. Oh, it's more of a hot tub now.
Hot
Sorry.
tub. Even
Yeah,
better.
it's a hot tub.
Sauna as well.
Having a great time. You are as clean as it is possibly to be while getting dirty. I don't know. There was a clean dirty joke in there somewhere, but I couldn't get it. Well, here we are. The water's bubbling away. Zymorvan Hall. We're all friends again. Maybe.
Surely. Oh, what? Was everyone talking about making some sort of weapon earlier?
Yeah, we need Rune Forge. So wait, when is this? 10 days later or what?
It's up to you guys.
Do we want to
Right
time
now?
skip jump after the bath ahead, or we still got things to do in that time?
I had stuff I wanted to do.
If I can get
Okay.
Nap and Wild, I've got something. Well, Prophet has something to say to both of them.
That's convenient
Does
because
we just-
Wild was going to go find Prophet when he couldn't find Aradel.
Marriage.
You gotta cast ceremony on Wild and Nap.
Now I'm going to message Nap to meet me, like, but just in the middle of like the court. Not what is it?
Courtyard?
But yeah, that's the
Town
one.
square?
Courtyard.
Sorry, I'm being yelled at. What?
I sent you a message to meet me at in the courtyard.
Cool, I'd like to stealth through the town.
Slink on through.
Yeah, it's Prophet and Wild standing in the courtyard.
Oh,
Wild is covered in blood still.
That's not a very good reason for me to approach.
not great.
And although he's glaring at you and clenching his fists, he's not got his sword out.
I think he's still stealth at this point, deciding whether or not to come in.
If you show up at the entrance, like visibly, then that's what he would do, is just glare at you and clench his fists.
So what do you do?
Just walk in.
He'll silently wait for you to until you stop in your approach.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll stop a good distance away.
And he'll just suddenly just what in favour is wrong with you two degenerates scaring away our guests like that? Just grow up and put this behind you.
It wasn't me, it was him!
I don't care who it was. Grow up.
This is bullshit.
I expected this of you, Wild, but Nap, you were supposed to be better.
Ha!
I don't even know what I did. I just talked to someone.
You know what you did.
So you
dirty
two will make
bastard.
up right now.
I don't wanna. I wanna punch him.
I don't want to get close.
Ooh. You think distance is your ally? I was born in the distance, molded by it. I could catch you even if I wasn't a man.
You're
I'm
supposed.
ranger.
Are you not supposed
Toes
to?
in the name.
Are you not
Range.
supposed to be a lord, Wild? Why are you not acting like it?
Oh, fuck.
'Cause he's
But
a child.
he started it.
What were the 3 vows you took, Wild? Are you
What?
doing honor to that by acting in this way in front of everyone?
No.
Then apologize and move on from this.
Sorry.
Sorry, what was I don't speak. Tabaxi.
I said I'm sorry. Right.
Your turn.
You want me to give him a hug?
Turn now.
Fine, I'll give him a hug.
and he's walking towards you, arms outstretched to give you a hug. Come here!
I'm gonna start backing away.
He's gonna start running.
I'm gonna say, well, I'm not a lord, and turn around and leave.
Oh god.
Get back here! Prophet needs us to make up.
Can I run around the corner and use hide in plain sight?
Definitely, he runs straight past you.
Where'd that shithead go? I can climb too! And I'm climbing the walls of the of the keep.
He actually stands on your head to get like a bit of a boost, like he's that close to you. He scrambles up and uses you as a
Yeah.
boost.
When did who sculpted that statue? That's really good. Actually.
Once he's away from me, I'm gonna go back into where Prophet is.
Prophet, your Nappa's approaching you.
What's up, Kobold?
Not much. I've done my best.
Done my best.
Eh,
It ain't easy holding destiny together.
He's like, who knew there'd be so much teen angst?
1 second. I use the disguise kit to disguise myself.
As a completely different Tabaxi.
We're new to Baxi now.
You're like Bugs Bunny that dresses up, you know, like you're clearly still a fucking rabbit, but oh no, I'm
No,
so much
you're like nap afternoon now.
My name's Awake. I'm always awake.
always like.
Suppose I'll just get on with my duties around the Arcane Tower.
Does Wild from the top of the tower see Aradale coming out of the bath?
Inevitably.
When he sees Aradale, he's gonna start going towards Aradale, make his way down, and
I
go to
don't know,
him.
you're feeling so relaxed and refreshed, and you know, like no
Exiting the bathhouse with Livy and Eglis are all just having a good time.
having such a fucking good time, man. And here he's coming. He's covered in shit. He's like, what's he want? What's he want?
Eglis, can you like do something about that? Like Prophet can.
Aradale, come here.
Running towards you.
Just
If
before
you
he
touch
gets to
me,
you.
I'm going back in there.
Just before he touches any of us, like, oh, do I have it prepared? Where is
Whole
it?
person.
I have a few. If I don't have suggestion, I'll use something else. What level is the suggestion?
2.
2.
Is it only 2? No wonder I can't
Mhm.
find it. I'm looking in like level 5. Summon Beast. I should really alphabetically order these fucking things.
It's taken a while. Did I make it to Aradale yet?
I can't find it.
He's mentally perusing. This happens within.
P button is paused. Okay, just going through an inventory.
What the hell? I don't have it in my.
You gotta
Do I not
get
have
puzzle and
suggestion?
cabbages
I guess
first.
dwarves don't. Dwarves. I guess druids don't get it.
I'm sure I have it.
I don't think the druids get it.
Did druids get it?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
they
No, they don't. No,
It's
they
not
don't.
a druid
I will
spell.
cast suggestion on Wild, and
What do
I
you
would like to
suggest?
say, I suggest you don't touch me while you're that dirty.
What's the save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Let's do this.
Mm.
Boom.
You
7.
fail.
Inspiration. What's the save?
Wisdom.
19! A save! He
You
hugs you.
pass.
No.
Why?
Prophet's being mean. I went and cleared out the moon and the woods of the and of the goblins, and
Have you been up
and-
all night?
yes. Why?
You smell awful.
Thank you.
You're
Anyway.
covered in blood.
That's how I like it.
If you
Prophet.
stay-
Should I stop
Constitution
hugging you
saving throw.
now?
Please.
I think that would be wise.
He
lad.
lets you down.
Oh no, your clothes.
Oh, sorry
Um,
about that.
And he'll try to pat it, like wiping it, smearing
Oh.
it over your front.
Sorry. There you go. Much
Um,
better.
Not at all.
What do you mean?
What do you want?
Prophet was being really mean to me, and then Nap ran away when I tried to give him a hug.
Well, have you seen yourself?
I'm handsome, I agree.
You're covered in muck from a night of killing?
Maybe.
How did your talk with your lady friend go?
Not very well. Or maybe very well. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen her.
Well, I doubt you will.
What?
Don't.
Why?
I don't know. If you're acting like this and covered in blood, then
You think I should take a bath?
I think you should take a bath.
You
A
should probably
long
take a
one.
bath as well. You're pretty dirty.
I'll press
Um,
digitate, Aradel. Not wild.
Thank you. Well, yeah, you should go and have your bath and think
All right.
over your.
Thanks again,
everything.
Aradel.
And he gives you another hug.
Oh,
You're a real friend.
Thanks to you guys too. And he goes to pat you all and or give you high fives. Anyone high five him? Anyone high five?
No.
Any, high five?
And
Anyone else high
if,
five?
if he doesn't, if he wants to do anything other than a high five, I'll hold person.
I was gonna say the exact same thing.
No one high. Okay, you just go inside.
Cheers.
Like everyone's like
Weather's
getting into
gonna
like
put a storm
spell
cloud over his
casting
head.
positions as he gets close.
enter initiative. Avoid wild, smelly grass. Could you clean me up again, Livy?
I sure can. And I'll clean him up again. And I'll send weather to have a constant storm cloud over Wild.
Wild. Just to help with the cleaning. Well, should we talk about these things, these weapons you need to make? Me
I-
to Roz?
We'll go to Roz to talk about that. But before we get to Roz, he did ask me to collect the toenails of or the fingernails of those giants, and I did. So I believe he wanted a potion of giant strength. So I'm gonna have to go talk to the bloody the witch. But I have an idea. It might work. Livy, I might need your help for this one.
Yeah, sure.
I need you to make me look like someone else. Can you do that?
No,
No.
I can disguise the witch for you.
I don't really want to see her. She keeps coming on to me. I can't get away.
Yeah,
Maybe if
no
you didn't-
worries. I can do that. I can just go.
Alright. I'll hand you the giant the stone giant nail clippings.
Do I need to pay?
I don't rightly know. This is something wild. Not wild. Bloody. He's got me paranoid. Navarro's set up. Maybe tell her that it's a something for Eggless, and she'll probably do it for free. But I'm never going there again. All right. Never again.
All right, no worries. I got this.
Whew. All right. Thank you, Livy. Helps a lot.
All right, I'll make my way to the witch's hut. To
Very well.
ask if I
She's-
can make. Yeah.
Yeah. To ask if you can make what, sorry?
The
The
stone giant
strength
potion.
Yes, stone giant
Yeah.
potion.
She's it's possible, but she wonders where Eglis is.
Anyway.
Oh, he just sent me to do this. He had other things to do. I thought I'd get this done.
He sent you to do this.
Well, he had stuff to do with Roz and the forge or whatever they do.
Sorry, I'm all out of those. You'll have to come back later.
Yeah, we can use these to make it. And I handed her toenails.
Very well, she snatches them away from you.
Could you also add something else to it for me?
What?
As a favour. And I hand her, I won't tell her what it is, the super tetanus water.
So you give her a flask of rusty water?
Yeah, I'll say like, it's something special, and I give her a wink.
Oh. I
Could
see.
you do this? And I'll hand her 1,000 gold.
Very well. I'll see what can be done. It's a lot of money, of course. And she looks at you with fresh eyes, wondering if she'd misjudged you all along. Yeah. She gets
Thank
to
you for
work.
your help.
Yeah, and I'll get onto this right away. And she casts Identify and tries to learn more about the things that you've given her and what she can do with them. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to think of what the witch is going to do with super tetanus. So many possibilities.
Oh no. All health potions now.
Worked out so well in my favour.
Yeah, that works pretty well. I didn't even think
Thanks
of
for that, Reese.
that. No worries, man. You gotta get some opportunities sometime.
Gotta get up my kill count.
Fate has a funny way of working out. Cool.
Yeah. Shall we skip ahead now?
I'm good.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Roz, your project is complete.
Now he's taking a bath.
Splish splash. He's
I'm
taking
going to set
a
up like the
bath.
red ribbon for him to cut when it's finished.
Oh, I think his mic is stuffing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Mm.
What was that?
I think his mic is stuffing up or something.
All right. Okay.
So what-
That's-
Yeah.
So I mean, let's just have a poll to like break down the thing, sell it. And then I think we
Hold to break down Ross's item.
yeah, I mean,
to trade it
There
on
we
the
go.
forge.
I had to fix my mic. I'm sorry.
see, he's still not complaining,
Yeah,
so he must agree.
I guess that's a consent.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't
They're
want
just-
to.
They're talking about selling the item that you've spent 2 weeks making.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he didn't get the joke. He didn't think that was funny. All right, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
We skipped a few days. The forge
you
is
can
ready.
try.
You
So,
should try.
We'll set up the red ribbon for you to cut.
Yeah. Roz will know when it's done, and I think everyone will have a good inkling. You'll hear the forge, all the hammering stopped, and he'll literally be just sitting down with the he bought like an apple flavored grog a while back, and he'll just be drinking that, relaxing for a minute, for an hour, for a bit.
In the courtyard, or you're high in the towers, or wherever you decide your character is, and it occurs to you that there's something different. That constant tink, 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 tink that you've been hearing for more than a week now of hammering steel, of forging, just suddenly stops, and Yeah, it's a noise that has been consistent throughout the day and night that just isn't there anymore. And you probably realise that Roz must be done. You find him sitting down just as he described.
Wild's wearing a bathrobe, fresh out of the bath.
He was in there for 2 weeks cleaning off
2
all the blood.
weeks. Constant, yeah.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, he was taking a bath that morning. It was his bi-weekly bath.
Gross.
Well, it's finished. We did it.
What's it do?
It allows me, and Iglis, because he'll be helping me, to make, and the dwarves and the smithy, actually, they'll probably be a part of this, to make some really cool weapons, Wild. I've
I
got
could do
some
it for 10 minutes
ideas.
at a time.
I think
Like-
creating magic items takes hours.
I know.
Like, could you like forge my swords together, sort of thing? Is that what it can do?
Oh. Well, you see, they're magic swords, but
Just put it on top of each other and hammer them together.
Aye, that's exactly how it works, isn't it?
See? See? He
what do you
agrees with
think,
me.
Wild? We'll need, if you want to do something like that, we'll need some insane components.
That was a bit of sarcasm, Wild.
It
Oh,
can
we
be
don't
done.
need
I
insane
feel like it can be
components,
done.
Then.
No, I was sarcastic. We will need insane components to make it happen, if it is even happen at all. And you know, if it doesn't go right and it doesn't mesh well, the magics
Yeah.
don't combine. It could lose both.
But
I
could
believe in you guys. You guys are good, right? And you're like a legendary fire guy.
I just heat the fires to make it hotter, so that we can actually
yeah, well, that's
bend the metal.
that's the best advantage with Iglis right now with that fire is that he could maybe melt down those weapons to help combine it.
Right, but it'll all come down to the forge, what you can do. But it is something we can eventually try to do, eh? I don't see why not.
What sort of stuff would we need? Some
Well, let me think about that for a minute. Arctic.
Yeah, what are we looking at making?
For sure. Oh, okay. So the weapon that Jackie sent you, or no, that Steven sent you from Jackie sent you from Steven's computer.
Yeah.
Like fusing the two weapons. So definitely as a component, we need heavenly gold in there.
Okay,
That's for one, and probably mithril.
sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So the mithril is easy enough to get. Technically, you can get that from any old mine, but the heavenly gold probably has to come from a different plane of existence.
Yeah, we'll need to
Or
go
it
to a different
does.
plane, shift it.
If there's none left in Silvery Moon. But that'd be a cool adventure. And also, it's Worm Slayer, so I think to keep the magical properties, we need some sort of component from a dragon.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
a powerful one.
And
This is a
Giant's
powerful
Bane,
one.
so we need
A
component from
powerful
a
giant.
powerful giant as well. And
All
I
that
think
stuff, I can envision it working with all that stuff. I've got a rough idea of what it should look like in my head too, actually.
Well, so the thing though, like a giant's heart, I could get one, or just a head. I could get a head. That's really easy.
Yeah, the head, honestly.
Melt that head down into the sword. That'd be pretty cool.
I feel like all the power of a giant comes from its heart, not its head. But that's just me.
It looks probably their arms.
Aye, or an arm if you want it. Why don't me and Roz talk about it, and we'll sort it out, and we'll make sure it happens, eh?
All right.
Alright.
Or when Luro needs a new weapon too. He's using a fucking tree branch.
He's
Whoa.
smashing a fucking
Why are you
grass
holding a
cloth
tree branch,
outside.
Lufo?
I thought about that too.
He's got a lot of gold. I've seen the gold. I counted it. I'm really good with gold. You might
Yeah,
not know this, but I'm somewhat of a genius since I was punched in the face multiple times.
Uh, yep. You are wild. You are.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting Luro a weapon upgrade as well. Just haven't spoken to him about it.
It's hard to
But
speak to Luro, but I've sort of narrowed down if you want some help.
sure, what do you got? What do you got? Lay it on me.
Okay, so when he says Luro, it means like basically anything. So
Okay.
you could interpret that to be basically anything.
Ah, and is that how you do it?
You lead the conversation with Luro.
I see. Wow. Okay, you're so smart, Wild.
Yeah, I'm a genius. I told you.
Now, if anyone else wants weapons, things made for them, don't go to the fucking wizards. Come to Roz. Because it's much cheaper for me to make them here now. And it's much more satisfying.
Surely.
Sounds good.
What if you know, the fire giants are known for their smithing. Maybe pick up materials from their place. We have to go
It'd
there
be a great
eventually.
idea. And we gotta go there
Yeah.
anyway. Oh.
We do have to go there. Yeah, well, you could find some really good stuff there. If they're
Yeah,
like super mega craftsman guys.
We should go there before we go to a different plane. I feel like that is way smarter.
Yeah, that does sound
You're intending to go to
smarter.
a different plane first.
Maybe.
Like, I don't even know
Yeah,
how we
maybe.
can get a plane.
Well, if there's a will, there's a way.
I can send you on a one-way trip somewhere.
Hey,
Can you
I'd
come
like
with
to
me?
come home.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to a different plane now anyway. We're going to the... Are we going to go to the fire giants first instead of the frost giants then? But, wait. Before I do any of this, I have a staff I want to make. I feel like that one of the best components for me is dragon wings.
A staff for dragon wings.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. High
Well, I
movement.
mean, I can find a dragon if we're within 1,000 feet of it.
Ooh, that's not that big a...
Well, I've done it randomly, and there's like a bunch of dragons around. It's pretty easy to find dragons.
Oh, really? Well, they're just like everywhere. They're not
Yeah.
like...
There was the one time we went over the high forest. There was a bunch of dragons in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this your normal speed of conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're
Okay.
talking
Why?
quite fast.
Well, should we just find some dragons then? May I ask someone who knows? Rather than fly over everywhere and use your sword to locate them?
Oh, actually, Rose, I did have an idea
Yeah.
we could maybe try right now, and it might destroy the weapon, but I mean, I don't think anyone would mind overly if it failed dramatically. You know that
Yeah,
staff that
what's up?
got left here of the other week.
Nope.
You don't?
Nope.
Lilacs. Oh,
Lilacs.
you didn't meet. Wait, no, you
Oh.
did meet Lilac. The
No,
guy.
I saw him, and you guys had it under control. I thought you guys could,
Oh,
Yeah, that guy was
well,
crazy.
hey,
Yeah.
he was. Well, he left his staff here. It does a little bit of magic damage when you hit people with it, but I was thinking, what if we took the eyeballs I got from the uh, beholder and stuck it on the end,
Huh?
so maybe we could use it as like a catalyst.
Beholder.
I killed the beholder. Lorlock spawned it in outside the town. I had to kill it. It's all late. But I got some
What?
eyeballs from it. If we put that on the end of the staff and use the magic from the staff as a catalyst
What?
to shoot the eyeball,
Yeah.
maybe we could.
Is he pulling my truck?
activate it. Oh
No,
no!
I mean he didn't solo it or anything though. The
I did.
giants helped him.
Ah.
You weren't there, were you? Where were you?
Well, I was watching the entire thing, standing beside Larlock.
Hey, could have thrown the boulder.
I
I know you're throwing. Anyway, not important.
we could try. Like if you actually have the eyes of a beholder, then I think that is an extremely rare component.
I've got 3 I managed to grab before it started to decay. I got the disintegration eye, the telekinetic eye, and the petrification. Petrification. That's it. That's all I got.
Is there a way to for Roz to do anything with these stalks, Arctic?
Yeah, potentially. The disintegration eye, for example, could enchant it so that you know how some weapons do fire damage just to do extra necrotic energy. That's an example. The paralysis one, you might get creative and have some sort of weapon that on a critical hit, it can potentially like stun people or something like that. So,
Okay.
yeah. So you might start by looking at some of the example weapons, something like through the DMG, and let's take for example the 9 Lives Stealer. The way 9 Lives Stealer works, I think, is probably inflicting extra necrotic damage and takes. I think when you roll a critical hit, it might do extra, something like that. Maybe it's a bad example because I don't actually know exactly how it works. But that's probably the sort of weapon that you potentially could make with an item that does necrotic damage, like a beholder eye. Yeah, it's about trying to find relationships and thoughts and something Eglis said earlier, like it sounds more like the strength of a giant comes from its heart, from its brain. That's good reasoning, right? There's nothing logical about it. There's not even anything true about it. But from a fantasy perspective, you could see how that makes sense. Kind of. Wild Gold also said, "Well, couldn't it come from the arms?" And he's right. Like maybe you would use the arms instead, but surely a giant heart is worth more than a giant arm. So you'd need a lot more giant arm than giant heart if that were the case. Just it's a that's the kind of thinking that's involved. So potentially, yeah. What were the eyes we've got? Paralysis, disintegration, and what?
Disintegration, telekinetic, and petrification.
And
Those are the 3.
petrification, right?
Yeah.
Right. So petrification is hard, but you might envision some really powerful object that on a critical hit can petrify someone. It'd be very expensive, but it's a possibility. And telekinesis. That's a little bit harder to justify, but you might think of something. Let's say you might have a javelin that can be thrown hundreds of feet because it defies gravity or something due to its telekinetic power. So yeah, these are the sort of concepts that you can try to explore, and then it just becomes a matter of working out what it's worth. That's much harder.
I had a thought with the telekinesis one. If you want, it could be
Yeah.
like if you hit like a natural 20, the person goes up 20 feet maybe. Make a save.
Yeah,
make it like
exactly.
20 feet.
Yeah, perfect.
then
Yeah,
fall
so
damage
perfect.
on them.
Yeah.
That's right, and then they'll take 2d6 fall damage, presumably. It's not that powerful, but it's really creative. It's really interesting. Yeah, that's exactly the sort of thing that could happen.
All right. Well, I'll leave it up to what Iglis wants for his weapon.
Actually,
But wait, no, don't worry.
I was just gonna say, I'm really just using this as kind of this weapon as like a guinea pig of our forge. Like, I don't really. It's fine if we don't use it, or I don't think Livy wanted it as well. So we'll see what happens to it and just deal with it from there.
Okay. We'll see how we go.
But I think we should I think we should probably keep the disintegration, because obviously you don't want to put 2 opposite magics into a single weapon. It's better to keep the same type of magic and double down on it rather than cross the streams, if you will.
Yeah.
If you get, hey, alright. Do you want to give
I
it a go
also
then?
understood that.
Yes, because you got punched in the face.
And I'm
Right?
smart.
Yeah,
Genius.
that's it. Do you want to give it a go, Ross?
You haven't really told me what you wanted.
Well, you were going to enchant the staff with the disintegration eye, and I guess we'll see what comes out of it.
Okay, so we're definitely doing the disintegration. Roger.
I'll go into the pack and I'll take out the eye stalk of the disintegration eye.
Are we gonna have to pump some gold into this? Probably, right?
Yeah, we will.
And there's a fee. Because you're helping me, I'll bring it down to 250 gold you gotta give me, Nicholas. I'm serious, there's a pay fee. If you want magic weapons, you gotta pay Roz. Motherfucker, everyone else pays 2k plus. This is great mates rates.
Do you want to? Okay, you gotta pay for healing from now on.
I mean, I don't really have to be healed that much. No.
It's like we
No,
all
it's
paid
alright,
for the
'cause,
fortune.
well,
It's
it'll
like,
be-
pay me.
But this is a test one,
It'll
so
be
that
it'll
way
be it'll be a
it-
quarter price because we have the material. We'll be using gold as well. And we're using the forge to craft it, right?
yeah.
If I think.
Do I have to make a check or anything for making I'm assuming this weapon, Arctic?
Just watch it be Arcana.
Has he dropped?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So you guys don't even know what you're making at this point, do you? You're just like fucking around and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Basically.
All right. Yeah. I go ahead and make some checks. This is a 4-3 check. That means that you'll get 4 attempts to use 3 skills. So pick what those skills might be and
Anyone can help?
why they're useful.
Cool. First one will be the Smith Tools check.
Can I give guidance on each of these?
No, because they're prolonged checks.
Ah, true.
Yeah, because I'm like, forging it with him. Can I take part or no?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't have to be done by one person. Absolutely, and multiple people
Alrighty.
can do multiple checks,
Thank
which is one of the
fuck.
great. That's it. It's one of the great things about working together on these projects. Someone does
Alright,
the
so my
forging, someone does the enchanting, etc. Yeah.
This is the forging check.
So yeah, we got to do 4 checks, 3 different ones.
3 different skills. That's right.
Yeah,
And
cool.
that's a pass. So that's a good start.
Sweet.
Alrighty. Do you want me to do one, or do you want to do another one?
Yeah, you can go for one, dude. Go for it.
I'll do. Can I do like perception to make sure I'm heating it up with the right temperatures and stuff?
Perception. Yeah. All right.
or
Yeah.
Can,
Yeah.
I'm gonna re-roll that. He's my inspiration. That's better.
Nice.
Much better.
Yeah.
Alright,
You
so
can take the
so
last
yes, you've made it solid. It's got no flaws. So what are you going to do to yeah? What's the final step? How do you fuse it with magic or something? What's going to be the final step?
The final step. Probably on you here, actually, Iglis. I'll leave it to you for magic. This finishing touch.
Would you
Because
like me to magic it?
Because I can't really magic it that much at all.
Yeah, if you're willing to help with the magic side of things in this, because you're knowledgeable about it, you'd be in.
I'll magic it.
Or probably not. You can do the next one, Wild.
Well, if Aradol is willing to help with it, we'll call him over. Tag team.
Probably hanging out watching because it's interesting, at
Yeah.
least.
You
May
can
I
cra-
use skill empowerment, Arctic?
Can you use which? Yeah, skills and powers. Yeah.
Skill
Empowerment, right?
1 hour.
Yes, you can. Yeah,
I would
if you
like
if
to-
you have a magical ability to bypass one of the skills on you, you can. Yeah.
I'd like to skill empower my Arcana so I can better, like. But it's kind of like I imagine like turning items into, well, turning materials into magic, as in like maybe you burn it or something, and then you collect it, and then you like mix it with the diamond dust and sprinkle it on the item, and then the item absorbs it, sort of thing.
It's exactly how I envision it too. Yeah, you like it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I'd like to do that and use my Arcana to imbue it properly.
Sounds good. And Arcana, yeah, as you say, will be the appropriate skill.
Cool. So I have expertise in it, and I will roll. I would like to re-roll that. Ignore the
Sure.
A
D4 as
17.
well.
Like what?
That's
Hey,
an
I might as
18
well
technically.
re-roll it.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
it's,
You deserve that.
15. That's troll.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right, the
take
DC is 15.
Hey,
Hey,
Macarena.
Okay, and this is the item.
Da-na-na-na.
Rod of Destruction.
That's it.
Cast Disintegrate at ground. World dissolves.
That's
No, it's a Wonder True Strike. You use it to
It's one
cast
of
True
those-
What's a
Strike.
true strike?
It's one of those backwards facing pistols of it's a staff of corruption. Just shoots you instead of someone else.
Da-da-da-da.
Staff of Withering.
Times 2.
Got him.
Wonderful.
I like it.
Didn't we just have that as well? Or is that a different stuff?
I think this is the stuff that we used, and then we added the holder eye, and I think that added the Constitution saving throw on it. Did it?
Is this the staff that you use and you enhance it with
Mm.
a? All right, I thought you forged the staff from nothing.
Oh no, we were adding the holder eye
right.
into the staff.
Okay, cool. Let's just enhance this then in that case, because yeah, this is just the basic one.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll make it 3d10, and we'll increase the DC to 18.
Ooh.
wow,
Nice.
cool.
Yeah. Just what I thought it would do. Just buffed it up a little bit.
But it'll cost you 4,000 gold pieces in alchemy.
Okay.
There you go.
You paying for all of it, Eagles? Or
Yeah,
If-
if I'm gonna take it, I'll pay for it.
Yeah. I was gonna say if
okay.
I would pay too, but I don't mind.
If do you want it?
Oh, I don't mind.
There's, we're gonna have another staff literally next session. I guarantee you, or the session after.
Mhm. You just need the money
And
and the stuff for it.
Yeah. So
So that's a
That's
great
right.
you take the
Y-
staff, is what
you-
they're saying.
Yeah, Grady, it's right. You can take it. Do you need help paying for it? Or are you good?
I've got 3,000.
I'll pay for 1,000.
okay.
I've got the money.
All right. Cool.
Cool. That one's all yours.
Cool.
Nice. That was a success, Roz. We did it.
Yeah, that was awesome. Never used a beholder eye.
Hey. It's a bit different to what we make in Mirabai, but hey, it worked.
It did.
Aye. Aye, aye, aye.
Eyes.
Ah,
Haha. Get it?
yes. So, what's the next order of the business then?
Well, how about we all meet up with everyone in the keep? In the at home, the castle.
You got it right the first time.
The keep.
It is a keep.
Okay. I wasn't sure of, yeah. Mine's a bit, cluttered after the forging.
Right. Well, let's all regroup in the keep then.
We are back together again.
Right, so if everyone's here, I want to kill a dragon. That's just on my
I would
to-do
also like to
list.
kill a dragon. I think I need its heart.
And the other thing on my to-do list is I want to go to the fire giants.
Are you aware
So
that
if anyone else
dragons-
has anything else to do, we'll make a list. That's anyone else got anything else they want to do?
Didn't we want to hunt
'Cause
out
I-
this-
Wait, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, didn't Aredil want to displace a beast hide to make a
Yeah,
displacer
so
cloak?
I want to get 2 displacer beasts, but I feel like we should just buy the hide from somewhere because can't be fucked tracking it, and we have better things to do. I feel like someone around will surely have it. I think.
We can go to Silveryman if we're going to the High Forest looking for a dragon. Because I think Luro.
Do you have
Yes,
a particular dragon, or just
wanted
you just
to-
want to do it for no reason?
You see,
We're gonna kill a
it's gonna be
either red or something like that.
yeah. You say no reason, Prophet, but these dragon wings are going to help make my staff.
The cause.
Okay,
It'll
that's
help
the
the
reason.
cause.
Yes, yeah, he's gonna help your thing that you care so
They
much
are
about the
intelligent
cause.
beings. Just be aware of that.
So are we. Cricket.
Yes. That's not.
No
You didn't
confirmation.
refute the point, though.
How about this? We find a town that has a dragon nearby that's, killing people, because it's what dragons usually do. Would you be okay with it then?
Yeah, surely you're not going to be upset
it's
with us
evil.
with killing a bad dragon.
But we shouldn't be killing intelligent creatures just for their parts. We are not the Arcane Brotherhood.
You are.
Yeah,
Just for the power. Like, I don't believe with
yeah,
their
well, these
ideals.
parts are
But
just for the
yeah,
power.
for the power.
I have not killed anyone for this.
For the cause, Prophet, for the power! Come on.
Didn't you? What do you mean? You told us when you came back that you and
Didn't you tell
Jaraxxus
Raskan to kill all
killed
those
the fucking guy.
No, that was... I could be thinking about that wrong.
2 people speaking at once.
Sorry.
Didn't you kill a guy in the exam to get in?
He gave us no choice.
Alright.
But I've got a few questions I must ask before we leave.
Yes.
But of the plain people. I'm gonna cast contact
What?
on the plane. So
Ah,
can someone help with the saving throw?
Saving throw. I can.
What do we do? Just
I can
rub
give
the
it
shoulders
less.
when you're meditating?
I
Which one
will-
is it?
And I will omit the obligatory is Livy evil question because I do have
'Cause
other
that's just
questions.
Give you.
because it's just a waste of a question at this point.
is wild evil.
No, I mean, because if I tried, I'd have to word it in a way that doesn't make it sound like I know what he did. And I don't think that's possible.
I know what you did last summer.
So do you cast Bless?
Yes. Bless you. Achoo.
Plenty.
Yeah, like 10. These are just like some story. Like, have any of Roz's family been killed since he left?
Who are you contacting?
Probably like a spirit of knowledge or a god of knowledge, like people who'd know these
Yeah,
things.
sure. Have any of Roz's family been killed since you left? Is that the wording of the question?
Yeah, it's the wording of the question.
No.
Has the Worldrati tribe been attacked by giants since I left? And that's his tribe.
No.
Same for like, has Raskan's tribe been attacked by giants since he left?
Raskan's tribe. Where was Raskan's tribe?
It was
Over near Arn Forest, but Raskan had taken
Right.
like
up
in the Ice
here.
Mountains.
Hiked them all the way over here, so
No, they haven't been attacked.
And then the last question. Is Wildgold as powerful or equally as powerful as his father yet?
Ooh.
I haven't given you a backstory, Arctic, but when I was writing my backstory, I got super stuck. Basically, I wanted Wild's dad to be like the pinnacle, the chief of their village, like the highest level in the area, sort of thing, with a small group of close comrades, sort of like an adventuring party.
Yeah.
Because I think
And
a while
they
ago
would
you
have
had-
killed something pretty extreme to have become chief of village, sort of thing.
and you're trying to become chief of village.
I was. Wild's like goals have changed now that he is basically chief of different village.
No.
There's no fifth question because that was going to be the obligatory living evil. But I feel like I can't answer that question without like falling into metagaming, so I'll leave it.
Sure.
So I'll let the party know what the answers I got.
Wild looks bitter.
Oh,
Right.
ain't that nice?
Hmm.
Well, good news all around. Mostly.
I mean,
Mostly.
it's only good news.
Looks at Wild. Well, I guess
He
it'll give
looks
him something
pissed.
to aim for.
Right.
Maybe you've lost yourself, Wild. Maybe you need to
What do you mean?
focus more on your martial might other than other distractions.
You're saying I need to become stronger yet?
Well, obviously.
You're right, I was living it up lately. Little too much. You're right.
And he starts running off to go run into the Moonwood.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean,
Crying?
it's business.
No, not crying.
damn.
He looks determined.
Okay. You're filled with
He's going to
determination.
go find more goblins.
Oh, yeah.
I will train. I will grind XP on goblins.
He's going to go there and be like, why haven't they
I want
respawned
him
yet?
to find the I want him to find the tiger tiger tigers, that's it. 'Cause they're in the Moonwood, aren't they?
Kalimshan, aren't they?
I thought they're in the Moonwood.
No, they're up by like Xanthal's.
they were
They're like
bears.
by the moon
something
shrine
else.
thing, aren't they?
That's
No,
that's
that's
where bears and
werewolves.
werewolves.
We're
but-
bears and werewolves.
They okay, because I thought they got attacked by like evil things.
Where bears and werewolves.
Okay.
Well, any other plans? Do we know where a dragon is that we need to look for? Maybe ask for any bounties or something of problem dragons around.
You could do that, definitely, yeah.
Roz is
I mean,
thinking in his head.
There
Since
is-
Prophet said those questions, Roz is thinking. He's just being quiet, by the way.
Okay.
Because
Exactly.
a few weeks ago, I was like, if you had ultimate divination and there was something you didn't know, like you'd ask those questions, wouldn't you? Like on the behalf of your friends, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, there is Shiloh Axe, but she is an ally at the moment.
Which one's Shylorax again?
Young red dragon we found crucified.
I feel that is probably too small of a dragon for us to warrant
We can
getting parts out of it.
we have not contacted her in a while. We might as well see how she is doing. Yeah, might as well cast sending and just be like, "You behaving yourself?"
I have nothing to say to you.
And at least she's still alive.
Yeah, quest solved. That went according to plan. We got the information we wanted.
Can I cast
I mean, we did
sending?
threaten to torture her to death with a natural 20. Like, it does make sense she doesn't want to talk to us.
It does.
May I cast sending to? Sorry, let me get the name up. And figure out which note page it is
I'm
on.
back.
I thought you was Tyler.
Can I cast sending to Princess Zona?
Who was she?
She is the quote-unquote Hecaton's eldest.
Oh right, we rescued her from the Underdark. Yeah. How long has it been since we got her? Probably less than a month.
More
Isn't
than
it?
10 days.
More than 10 days, less than a month. Like probably
Yeah.
about 20 days, 20.
We
25
definitely
days.
we got her. We freed her, came up here, and then
Yeah,
everything
and
happened.
then we've waited a fair bit since then. So yeah, probably close 25 days. We'll call it 25.
Okay. I would like to say, what is the state of the Storm Giant Court? Are you well?
The court is filled with intrigue. I do not know which sisters I can trust. They seem to all be fools, or arrogant, or troublemakers. I wish my father was. And then she runs out of words.
Shouldn't have hesitated. Well, Princess Sona is well for now. Is there anyone else I should message? Other than we should just get going to Silvery Moon and look to see if there's a posting of any problem dragons.
When Wild reaches the forest, he wants to locate dragon.
It pings, and because right beside you there's a little bearded dragon.
Damn it! Well, I should probably go back.
I go back.
All right. You have returned.
I'm back.
Welcome.
I thought you were wild gold.
Thanks.
Never gets old, surely.
Never. Yeah, but this is my character doing it, not me.
Ah, yes.
So
He looks at you deadpan.
This is the first time you've heard the joke.
Well, should we go to Silvery Moon now?
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
Should also gather information on where the fire giants are. They dwell underground. Maybe the dwarves know.
Lura's doing something as well.
Oh.
You keep going. I just get very confused by this, and I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to work it out.
You want to hear?
Clairvoyance is just like you spy on a location or a person.
No, but it says
Yep.
you gain the ability to consult with your ancestral spirits. Does that mean he can talk to his ancestral spirits, or does that mean he only
that's
uses
how
it
you
I think that's
cast
uses
a
flavor
spell.
there.
That's
Okay.
how you
Flavor.
cast a spell. You
Yeah.
go, hey ancestor ghost, spy on this location for me.
Yeah.
they're like-
You just see
they-
through their eyes.
They're
so
like,
Okay.
okie dokie.
Or they come back and like they whisper in your ear.
speak
Yeah.
nothing.
Tell you all the things that you want to hear.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Cool. All right, Silvery Moon then.
Yeah, but at some point when it's just like when Prophet kind of falls behind, because I imagine he's like, I don't know, shorter and he falls a little bit behind from people, Roz just wants to fall back with him. So it's just him and Prophet. Like when they're walking or some
I
shit.
suppose he's like just a bit slow, like packing up, like all his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, that'll be fine. And Roz will come over and Prophet. Why do you care about my clan? My tribe, my village?
Because you are my friend.
Hmm. You know, I appreciate it, actually. Next time could you ask if there's any still alive?
Will do.
Thank you. And you'll get up and leave it at that.
Cool. All right. So, on to Silvery Moon.
Yeah, on to Silvery Moon.
Roger that. The city is much the way you left it. The seasons change, but Silvery Moon is the same old place. Vibrant, commercial, free, artistic. It's hard not to have a good time here. What are we looking for?
Well, since no one else will say anything, Roz will like to look for maybe a tanner or maybe some sort of magic shop that sells some beast hide, displays of beast
Yeah.
hide, maybe.
Definitely. You'll find Displace of Beast Hide for 2,200 gold.
Ooh, okay, I'll buy two.
All right, fantastic. He's delighted. They come in the color called black.
Any color you want as long as it's black.
That's what I meant. What I should have said.
I guess I'll after that I drag Roz along to the wizard I made the deal with to make weapons with,
Rana.
Rana.
Yeah.
Yeah, just basically quickly let her know that our forge is up and running and in our home in Zimmerman Hurl.
All right. She's quite interested. She says that she is excited, though her face betrays absolutely no emotion at all. And she has a few projects that she would like to get started on. So she looks forward to an opportunity where we can work on this together.
Sounds good. Oh, and I introduce her to Roz, the smith.
Yeah, so
that
you're
we'll be
right.
using.
Shakes hands.
She tells you that your reputation precedes you and that she recognized you the instant you came in.
Thank you. Yeah, cool. Don't know what to say.
Right, well, we're on a bit of a mission at the moment, but when we get some downtime, I'm sure I'll stop by and get some schematics off you to start some of your projects.
She's genuinely excited about the opportunity. She has an idea for a staff of frost and fire.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Does she have anything on concrete, on paper?
No, not yet, and she's loath to share her secrets.
Oh, okay. I'm just offering. Well, just wanted to know if we could get anything for you to speed up the process, but that's all right.
Then she comes clean. Creatures that are born of frost, creatures that are born of fire, these are the sort of things. Frost and fire giant beards or hearts or brains, something like that. Yeah, the component frost giant and fire giant, blood, hearts, whatever. Something like that would be useful.
All right. Well, it sounds like we're going to tackle the fire giants next, so we'll see what we can bring back for you.
Excellent. You also came looking for bounties, right? She isn't.
Uh,
Yeah, this isn't Raquel's talking, but
We did. If there's a dragon bounty, we are looking for it.
there are 2 dragon bounties put up by the Lord's Alliance. Although neither of them are particularly close. So this map is surely big enough. Yep, it is. Okay, cool. So there are 2 dragon bounties being called. One of them is down in the High Moor, which is the swamp far to the south. The Evermoors is the northern swamp. The High Moor is the southern swamp. So it's a good couple of 100 miles away. But then again, you know, in the airship, that's not that big a deal. You can get there in a couple of days. And the other one, then the other one is up here near the Sea of Moving Ice. This is a black dragon down here in the swamp, and this is a blue dragon. The black dragon is known to attack a bridge down. Where's Bereskia Bridge? I think it might be underneath you. One of the. I might even be off the map actually. Yeah. Yeah, so Bereskia Bridge is a little bit further down than what the map says, and this dragon is known to attack it. And thus the Lord's Alliance want the dragon destroyed because it's messing with economic activity. Whereas this dragon over here lives at the bottom of the ocean, which makes it impossible to you know for conventional adventurers to reach, and it constantly attacks any shipping that goes too far north. So yeah, the Lord's Alliance is offering a 25,000 gold piece bounty on either of them.
Does the bounty
Well,
like dictate? Like, can we take its parts? Are we allowed to do that?
Well,
Or
you
the
can do
entire-
what the fuck you want with it.
Okay.
Not only can you take, can you not only take the dragon's body, you can. They also they try to entice you by saying, and the dragon's hoard could be worth 10 times as much. It probably wouldn't be worth 10 times, but they're right. It could be.
I mean, I suppose they don't want.
Yeah.
They just don't want it like rotting in the middle of the countryside.
Yeah, exactly. It means nothing to them, and any incentive that they can give the nail. You know, they're the government, right? And so the government is rated. So, but if you do this, and in this case, it's like, 25,000, but you could skin it, and you could steal its hoard, and you could take its territory, and blah blah. You could liberate the world, and you'd be doing everyone a favor. It tries to appeal to everyone, whether you're into greed or honor or glory.
There's just like an enchantment on it that you pick it up and it detects your alignment and changes the text to fit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But wait, there's more. You'll be helping small children.
Hands it to Wild Gold. It's like money.
There's gold.
Guys, money. Look, it says money,
Ah.
and there's a picture of a dragon. It says money.
So
There's a location. We should go there.
Do you think the one
Which
on
one? This
land
one?
would be better?
I think the one on land would be much better.
I don't have an ability to make us breathe water, so unless eggless.
You can't breathe water, Aradel.
What are you, a fish?
Dickhead.
Well, you can't walk on water normally either, and
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's true.
magic.
we can we
You
could
got me
split
there.
that's exactly what I was saying.
we could split the burden there as well. I can handle one half if you want to do the other. I believe.
You can make us. Can you make us breathe water? Is what I'm asking.
I'm just gonna do a Google search.
Do druids breathe water?
What is it? What's the spell called again?
Water
Water
breathing.
Okay. See, because this is so much easier than trying to fucking find it in my mess. Yes, I do.
You do have
Aye.
water breathing.
I can do that.
Would that be able to cover all of us?
Ooh.
This spell grants
So
up to
do
10
I
willing
do-
creatures within range.
Nice,
10,
there's 8 of
yeah,
us.
that's a lot.
There's
Yeah,
8,
but,
so yes.
I really don't want to go underwater.
Yeah, I don't really want to go underwater either.
Oh, well, the mole sounds like the
The one to go then. Plus,
So-
you know,
the
Which
more
dragon would be
enticing
easier to kill,
place.
anyway? Like, which one?
What colours are they?
Black and blue?
Black
Blue,
and blue.
Black and blue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
one of them
Okay.
known for,
Like
like,
you're gonna
type of
be.
dragon known for being
They're-
stronger.
Blues are stronger, but
After
it comes more down to size than anything else. But blues are stronger.
I think the
Okay.
black one sounds a bit better.
We'll
Plus,
beat
you know,
them black and blue.
all my fire won't do that well against something that's underwater. So I'd like to stay away from it.
I can cover us for walking on water then.
Hey, but it could at least dive underwater out there. Where the one in the moors, I'm not sure if it could dive under
Yes.
under that.
Everyone, should we get going then? Take
No,
us-
no, no. Hold on. Nicholas, while you're here, Luro needs a new weapon because that fucking tree branch ain't gonna do shit to a dragon.
Hey, that's a bit true.
Didn't you get rid of the
Plural,
tree branch for, like, a great
sorry.
club?
Huh?
We can either grab some components here and then make something back in Zymorvan Hall to spend one more day at home and then leave, or we can just
Mhm.
get her a better weapon from here for an absorbent amount of gold for a big amount.
Well, why don't we just get a temporary weapon and then find components on the way? Like, we're going over the high forest. We could find some magical branch or something.
No.
that could be good.
I'm pretty sure that her flimsy tree branch is not gonna hurt a dragon as much.
Yeah, but we could get her a
Hey,
temporary
that's-
weapon. That's
Hey,
what I'm
that's
saying.
what he's saying.
Oh
Get
wait, what type?
something that does the job now, but isn't
Exactly.
that great. And
Right.
then when we go on the trip, we'll find some materials to make something a bit better later.
Okay, sure.
Alright. Lura, what do you want? What are you looking? What are you look? Well, Lura.
He just shrugs. He's down for anything.
Hmm.
He just doesn't talk, but he's just nodding, shrugging.
I look up to Roz. Roz, do you understand this lad? He's like a woman. He can't even make up his mind.
Yeah. Well, you see, Laura's a bit upset. Laura thought that we were gonna make the weapon, but now that we're getting one from here, she's a bit upset. You know.
Oh, it's alright. We can still make a weapon. That's not a problem. Did you have any ideas what you wanted to make her? Well, him. What you wanted to make him?
Yeah, I had a rough idea actually. I was thinking of like something involving trees or the environment changing to some extent.
We need more
Right.
speed storm.
Like, yeah, but more useful. Like maybe like vines come up out of the earth or something and wrap the
Right.
target. Or like, maybe a tree comes up and blocks a path.
Right. The first thing I can think of would be probably maybe try and find see all these nature-based magical items you probably want. You can't really buy materials for. You got to go find them in the wild. That's the whole point. The first thing I was thinking of maybe like a vine weapon with I don't know, pulls them or slows them or even grabs their legs so they can't move and run away from her. But
That'd be
again,
cool, actually. Like more of like a. I see what you mean.
Hey.
More of like a subduing kind of weapon.
Aye,
kinda-
so she can stand there and wail on them and they can't run away. But to do that sort of thing, we have to get, materials from an ancient forest or a vine that would actually work. Nothing we could find in a town.
Alright,
Not
I'll
that
take
I
your
know
word.
of.
I'll take your word for it. You're the tree guy.
I'm not. Right. Not really, but I'll accept the word.
We need to get our weapon from Silvery Moon.
Right. How much money have you got?
Me, not much. Her, him, a lot.
Right.
Have you?
Laura, can you show me on your fingers how much gold you've got?
Puts up all his fingers.
Oh, holy shit! All right. Well, let's go shopping then, shall we?
Wild adds another 3 behind as well over the shoulder.
And
Be
he's
honest,
nodding,
Janet.
like, yeah.
Why did we even bother about making anything? Why don't we just buy something?
Oh my god! I imagine that is the best way Luro and Wild bond is, like Wild counts the gold for Luro.
He gets so excited.
1, 2, 4, 5.
Luro is the only person that believes Wild is actually a genius.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts it aside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts it aside. and
Yeah,
then
he's
counts,
got it.
and then counts those stacks of 5.
And then
5,
puts them together.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Puts it aside.
He looks up
Anyway.
and there's like 10,000 coins. It's like gonna be here a while.
Gonna be here a while.
I guess the best place we could probably go to and would be Rana. Yeah, magical weapons.
Yeah, actually.
We could maybe ask if she could loan us a weapon for the time being.
Oh
She
yeah.
likes me,
Yeah.
I can tell. I'm good friends with Rana, I could ask.
Right.
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
That's right,
Watch
Wild,
this.
you are,
Watch
aren't you?
this. Stay out here. I'll come out with a great weapon.
And I guess
Right.
while they're
Go
doing that,
inside.
me and Havalat
Wild.
just go and like see his family for a second.
Sure.
Rose, 10 gold. Wild doesn't come out with anything.
5 gold as he comes out with a slap, a bruise.
Alright, 5 gold.
And a shaved
No, fuck
ass.
it. 10 gold.
10 gold, right, 10 gold.
10 gold.
Alright.
Hey, Rana.
What can I do for you, Lord Wildgold?
Ooh, don't add the Lord. That sounds weird. We're old friends after all. I was just coming to see how things were, actually. Is,
Business is booming.
Is the young Zymorvan still paying?
He is always being a problem, but it is not something I worry myself about.
Just tell me if he ever gets too much of a problem.
And I will for sure.
Anyway, I've come because I have a favor to ask.
Oh, a favor, I see.
Well, I also came to say hello.
Very
See,
good.
I haven't even seen Old Man Zymorvan yet. You're the first one I've come to see.
What do you want?
Sorry, anyway. Our friend is in need of a temporary weapon, and I was wondering if we could borrow one, a maul of sorts, from your shop until we get the components to build him one.
No, but you can buy one.
Can I rent one?
Yeah, what will be your collateral? That means, what will you give me if you don't give me back the weapon in time?
Money.
How much collateral?
I don't know. How much is the weapon? What do you
So
got in the way of smashing weapons?
Sure.
Big two-headed smashing weapons.
I got simple things like +1s, +2s, +3s. If that's all that you're after, that's easily enough.
Maybe some sort of enchantment for extra damage on it.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Like thunder damage or something like that.
What does a vicious maul do? can do one of these, a vicious maul, which basically does an extra 2d6 on a critical hit. And that'll be pretty affordable. It depends on what bonus you want. Yeah, I guess it depends on a lot of things. But if you want, for example, you said thunder damage.
Yeah, maybe just like an extra 2d6 or something.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah,
2d4.
yeah, even that's pretty expensive. All that's in the Runeforge, so someone else can probably calculate all of that pretty easily enough. Grady and Saxon, you've got that information.
Yeah, I think it's like 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 15,000, starting at a
Yeah.
D4.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. And but that's to build it too, isn't it? That's not to buy it. Isn't
Oh,
it?
no, that's just the enchantment.
That's the enchantment. Oh, that's getting enchanted.
But against a certain type. Or like a certain, if that's element and a certain type.
Yeah.
think
Like if you
I think
wanted
a
a
certain type
burst
is cheaper.
dragon.
All right, I'll leave it up to you to work out what the specifics are, and
Does she have
and
any
Grady
burst
can give you
dragon?
the price since he's got the information more.
My head is more hand. That's all I don't actually have the information.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's one. It's
I
1, 2,
know
4
that's what it was.
1, 2, 4,
Yeah,
8. And it was
yeah, it
half
doubles
for if it's
increment.
versus a type rather than an element, because type is less versatile.
Yep,
I'll do verse dragon then. And how much would 2d6 be?
So a d6 normally was 4k, but just from 1d6. So would you just double that?
Oh, 1d6?
No, you don't double it. You
Triple-
double it for
triple
every
that?
increment. No, it would be even more. It'd be go from a D6 to a D8 to a D10 to a D12 to 2d6. So it'd be quintuple. It'd be 5 times.
Alright,
Okay.
I will do 1d6 then.
Yeah.
Against the type, so that was 1, 2. So it was 4k for an element, but I think we halved it for a type.
Halved it for a type. Yeah, that's right.
So 2k.
So an extra 2k. So for a +1 weapon that does an extra D6 against dragons, it's going to be 4,000. For a +2 weapon, it'll be 10,000, and +3 weapon, it'll be 18,000.
I'll do the +1. And
Alright, so +1 weapon does an extra D6 against dragons is 4,000, and you get 10% discount. So
Now look,
3,600.
you know you can trust me, but if you really want to, Zymorvan Hall has enough gold to pay this back.
Very
not
well,
gonna
I
run
will
with it.
loan it to you for 1 month for 1,000 gold.
All right, I'll put down the 1,000 gold for you then.
Okay, cool. She's happy with that. She loans it to you. She gets your paw print and a sample of your mane so that she can extract vengeance if required.
Don't be so rough next time.
Voodoo doll. And you now have a maul. Yeah, you can give it a name if you want.
Dragon Smasher!
Molly.
and I walk out with it, and I say,
Luro, you owe me 1,000 gold. Here you go. You've got it for a month.
Oh.
Wow.
He goes through his bag and pulls out the gold for him to count.
2
and
gold pieces.
I only take 1,000. I'm going to be very nice and not fuck you over, because I can count. Ugh.
200 stacks of 5.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So yeah, you've got your two bounties. One's offshore, one's down off the map.
Let's go back to Zymorvan Hall to get the ship. Or did we take the ship here?
I mean, we didn't walk here, did we?
No.
Before we was hoping I could sell something. Could I sell that gem I bought, the one that's worth 1,000 gold, back to Silver Moon?
Yeah, no problems. They'll buy it at the valued price.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Can I buy a couple more diamonds?
Easily, yeah.
I will buy 3.
Oh! Looks towards Iglis.
Mhm.
Potions of strength. Did you get them?
Oh, aye. Olivia did the order. Um, don't
Livy's
know
dead.
if we picked them up because we did wait for 10 days. I'm guessing we would have picked them up eventually.
Yeah, sure. Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
Oh, right. I forgot to give it to you. It's in my pocket right here. And I give me your
Oh,
potion.
thank you.
Oh, no worries, mate. It was actually quite easy getting the nail clippings when the fireworks was blasting them off their hands.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm sure actually it was pretty gross.
Yeah, it was pretty gross, but it's all ended well.
Excellent. So if there's anything else you need in Silvery Moon, the city is yours. Or you can depart.
I think we've
good.
gotten everything.
I think so.
Wild pops in to say hello to Old Man Zymorvan, but that's just for a second. Then he says he has to go again.
Alright, he convinces you to stop for a brandy, and
He's got
he,
to. He's got to.
he apologises for not making the spring festival, but he just wasn't feeling up to it.
Completely understandable, he says, and he says it's probably better that he wasn't there. But he really must be going, because they have a quest.
He wishes you the very best in your duties.
And I wish him the very best in life. And then go back to the party.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got one
Has
question.
anyone used their diamonds? I don't think so, right?
I think I
No.
put mine in my the 1,000 gold diamond. Or you mean the Revivify ones?
The Revivify ones.
Oh, okay.
Did I ask you to buy me one? Did I have one on hand for you?
Most of you that bought one for yourself said that you would keep it on yourself, and you told me where it was on your body. I know Nap did 100%.
Hmm.
Aradel, could you buy me a gem and I'll got a diamond worth at least 300 GP and I will pay you back.
I have 3 on me already for emergencies.
Well, then that's that's
I'll-
for an emergency. I hope I'm considered not. I hope I am considered an emergency.
Oh, sure. I'll buy another one for you. I shall buy another 300 gold diamond.
Brilliant.
1808 gold left. And I have 4. Oh, I gotta set it as a separate diamond. Livy's diamond. Diamond for Livy. The Livy. The diamond that is to revive Livy. I don't know the quote from the movie.
Livy's diamond. The diamond for Livy.
diamond
The diamond that Livy has for Livy. Something like that.
Blood Livy.
It's a good movie.
Livy's new robes, whatever.
That's a good one.
Okay, I have Livy's diamond, and I have Haralaxis's diamond. All right, I'm ready.
Speaking
Cool.
about Parallaxes,
Okay.
I suppose on the walk back, I asked him like what happened to his master, like his previous master.
Oh, he doesn't want to talk about it right now because I can't remember.
He was found. They found the person. Well, apparently, Haralaxus was found in the forest next to his master who was dead. I mean, I took this to mean
Alright.
poachers killed like the master and just kidnapped him, but like something else could have happened.
Yeah. No, I can't remember at the moment, so I'll try to
Okay.
see if I can.
No, because I was just listening to it. It was like he's like, oh, that one sentence I must have missed at the time, and it's been bugging me ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him his space then if he doesn't want to talk about.
Yeah. He was really happy until you brought it up and kind of like you brought him down, crashing down.
We'll get him some ice cream before we get back to the party.
He doesn't want it.
Well, I tried. It's back to the party.
You tried.
Luro squashes Haralaxis.
Done. He has been smashed.
He is dead.
For a lot of damage. Yeah. Dead.
That doesn't kill Haralaxis.
No.
It's his revenge.
He has 22 HP.
Quick, easy second attack.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh no.
Alright.
This is us up here. As Melbourne Hall is somewhere in that circle, and Silvery Moon, the word that's being cut in half by it. The Blue Dragon's here, off the shore of the spine in the world. Apparently, it lairs on one of the submarine mountains, and this is Bereskia Bridge down here. So that's where you'll find the damage that the Black Dragon has done.
Well, does anyone have like some anti-acid stuff if it's a black dragon we're going against?
Also, I didn't mean to cast this.
No worries.
Yeah, I can cast Absorb Elements. I just wanted to see the description.
I
Yeah,
got
good
that one
idea.
too.
It'll take several days to get there, right? At least 2, I think, to get there.
Several days. We calculate it every week, but I can't remember how long it takes. But it's several.
It's 4 hours. It's 4 miles an hour with no wind aiding or abetting us.
So let's just work on 5 because it's easier.
Yeah.
It's 5 miles an hour times 20 hours is 100 miles a day, roughly. A bit more.
So like roughly 7 days. If that is to scale.
That is to scale.
Cool, yeah.
During one of the 7 days, Wild would ask Aradel or Prophet to message one of the giants, one of the stone giants, and ask them, like, just basically say, like, we're going to kill a dragon, but if they find land on Simorven Hall that they think is appropriate to settle, then they're welcome to do so.
Excellent. I appreciate the invitation. They will set about building as soon as they arrive.
Oh crap! I forgot. I was gonna buy something really quick in Silver Moon.
Sure.
It's only a crystal vial worth 400 gold. That's it.
Easily. No worries.
Done.
It's on 10% discount.
Oh. I suck at math though. What's 10%?
That's 40. Take away 40 from 400.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to let you do that math because you need to learn. Because if you don't know that amount of math, then
I know that much. I just don't like
Addition and
percentages.
subtraction? Huh?
Fucking.
That's what the
I just don't like
calculator's for,
percentages.
Arctic. Come on.
come on, guys. We use it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Addition and subtraction is for calculators.
Hang on, let me grab my abacus real quick.
Alright.
I've got a Wall of Force question. Can I?
Oh god.
God.
It's probably pretty obvious.
Here we go.
Can I form the panels into like a box?
You'd have to paste the spell.
You can make it into a dome. I don't think you make it into a box.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Each panel must be
10
contiguous
foot,
with
10
other panels.
It has to be a flat
Yeah.
surface though. So it's like
that's-
one
that's-
on one long plane, right?
Yeah.
You can shape a flat surface, yeah. So
So I
yes,
can
you're
either have
right.
them all flat or all like horizontal or all vertical.
Yeah, sounds like it. You can't have it like.
You make a box with no
maintained.
roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it seems to be.
Okay.
You could check it out and have that contradicted, but it basically seems that the hemispherical dome is there specifically so that you can have a roof, but otherwise it has to be flat. It's a flat surface of up to 10 panels. It's not like 10 flat surfaces.
Yeah. So, well, my sort of idea was sort of have something like that on the ground and have sort of like a bunker facing the dragon. But just so you know what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
You still make a bunker. I guess. You just have to make a really tall wall.
There's no roof on it either on the floor.
Yeah.
The dome apparently has a floor, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's not. I don't think it's a dome. It's a sphere. So I think it's like
So it's a
it'll
dome,
probably go
dome.
through the ground.
Dome or sphere. Yeah, dome or
Hemisphere or a
Yeah.
sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright. I will change some skills around while we're in transit. Some powers.
Some
No,
spells, yeah. I will as well.
Heal! Not heal, sorry. Mass kill
Mass kill
wounds.
wounds? Yeah.
Casually uses a 7th level spell at level 10.
Change my spells out.
I will bring Water Walk for us.
I can change all my spells with 7
that you
days.
can.
Because of the Unearth Arcana expanded stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
You guys know the incendiary
rid of-
cloud spell?
What? That sounds cool as hell.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere on a point, and all creatures pretty much take 10d8 damage. And it lasts 1 minute. So level 8. But if we've got a scroll for that, could we cast that and then trap the dragon in with a Wall of Force?
I didn't hear that, sorry.
I think I know what you mean. You probably could. I don't see why you couldn't.
Concentration?
It's a druid and a wizard spell. So
okay.
would have Iglis cast Incendiary, and then I'd cast Wall of Force.
What's incendiary? What level's that?
So level 8 spell.
8.
Oh, okay. I was like, I've never heard of
8th
that.
level. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get a scroll for it.
Oh,
Let me just go fight the dragon.
Yeah, okay.
Stop off at a fruit stand, pick up a level 8 scroll.
Yeah. Quick.
It comes with free watermelon.
Buy some watermelon and you'll get buy this 2,000 gold watermelon and you'll get a free scroll. Chuck it.
Just free of charge.
It's an expensive watermelon. It is learned.
Elemental watermelon.
Elemental.
Gives you powers when you
Elemental, my dear watermelon.
So have we left the silver image yet?
Not sure. I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay, good. Because black dragons use acid,
They do.
breath.
Yeah.
Would Rose be able to pick up a potion of acid resistance?
Easily. It's the same as a 3rd level potion. I believe that's 750 gold.
Okay.
I will also pick up an acid resistance potion.
Sounds
Can I
good.
have one?
What's the spell that like
Profit?
gives that?
Protection from
Protection
energy.
against energy.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah, the problem is that uses
Concentration.
or absorb elements if you have access to that spell.
I
Yeah.
also have access to that one. But it's only
How
a
much-
one-time thing, and you gotta
The beauty of
predict it.
potions is that they don't require concentration and that they don't require a spellcaster, unlike scrolls. This is why scrolls are
750, you said?
half the price.
Okay,
750.
so I was just double
I'm
checking
buying
that. So
one.
I could drink, if I drank a potion giant, like a stone giant potion of strength, and then drank
Yeah.
the resistance one next turn, it'd be fine.
It then
Not
turns into
necessarily. Yeah.
a
There's thing called-
resistance of giant strength.
I guess so, yeah. There's a thing called potion miscibility, which basically means if you have 2 or more potions at the same time, whether in your belly or in a cup glass, strange things often happen. They might work just fine, they might work even better, but chances are
That your
they
body
don't.
will explode.
Yeah.
You, like
No,
how
dude.
you shouldn't mix chemicals. Like some chemicals are fine, other one you're gonna make
Yeah.
homemade. Yes.
Right. Okay.
That's exactly right, Yeah. So it can be beneficial, but it's usually not. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I think Laura's gonna grab one too.
Good idea.
Don't worry, guys. I picked up reincarnate, so if anyone dies,
I'm back as a kobold.
come
Should I
back as a
take
ghost.
Earthbind?
Stay away from me, you fucking curse.
And it's like we get to him, like we can revivify him, and like you've already cast the other one.
Mhm.
Too late.
Is Earthbind good for you, Livy?
Is it? It's good for the dragon. It
I like the
binds
sound
it
of
to
it.
the earth.
Sounds cool.
All right, done. This was the
Sweet.
persuasion I needed.
We have a lot of fire damage, don't we?
A decent amount.
Nice. I'll take that spell as well. Fuck it. Try some new stuff. I'm good.
All right, we all good? We all done?
Yes. I just need
'Cause
to figure out what other spell I want.
Hmm. Hey, Arctic.
Yeah.
Can you add an empty slate in pets and effects, please?
Roger.
Thank you. I'll sort it out.
Oh, there's a few pets in there.
Yeah.
There's a big list.
Pigless?
Yeah.
Pigless.
Pigless.
I like that.
It's my pet pig, Pumbaa. But
Daglion Oosflu.
Usifly.
Oosiflu.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been reading through my scrying questions, and I've actually got something I need to do before we get there.
Sure.
I'm going to cast Rari's, ritual cast Rari's telepathic bond, and include everyone in the. Because we're on the airship, I assume most people are nearby.
yeah.
I'll include everyone nearby apart from Livy.
We're
Yeah.
actually dangling Wild Gull off the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
he's
fine.
he's
What
30
the
feet down.
fuck?
Yeah.
So I suppose if you want to be part
As
of
far
this,
as the rope, let's 50.
No. When you put it on us, Wild tries to whisper telepathically to Nap. Hey, Nap. You're lucky I didn't find you in that forest.
Oh wait, 1 second. Can I block his communications with my
Fuck,
knapsack?
Oh, yeah.
My
Done.
Son of a bitch! Well, he'll whisper it out loud, thinking that you can hear it. Hey, Nap. You're lucky I didn't find you in that forest. I was ready to kill.
the rest of us can hear you, Wild.
Oh, fuck.
I was joking. Ha ha! Gotchas.
But anyway,
I give you a look.
Just brush that off.
got some disturbing news about Livy's patron. I don't know.
Is he the,
Excuse me.
is he the only one that can't?
He's the
talk
only one
like
not in the
this?
spell.
Well,
If you
that's
think-
kind of mean.
Yeah, why do you include him? That's rude.
Livy! That's out loud. Livy!
Yeah. Well,
Prophet cast a spell, and we can all hear each other inside our heads, but you're not in it. And he's talking bad about you again. Even
I
though
mean,
you're fine, right? You're a good guy.
yeah. It's just trust things, and I get that. So listen to what he has to say, but
It's not you, it's your patron. If we're going to do this out in the open, I'll say it out. Your patron seeks to get us to betray ourselves. Why is this?
no, he works in mysterious ways, I guess.
Then maybe you should get a new patron, if yours is so treacherous.
I don't think it's as easy as like if I say I don't want my powers anymore, that's it. Done. Back to the newsroom with me, like that's it.
Got my journalism degree and nothing else, man. I need these powers.
Yes,
Work for
an,
Rupert
an
Murdoch.
Journalism alone.
an untrustworthy, like, basically
Prophet,
fiend.
why do you want to destroy his life?
Because he wants to. His patron seeks to kill us.
But he doesn't. Do you?
No, why would I seek to?
See,
Kill
he's
him.
our
Yeah, it's
friend.
not-
I
not-
would like to
It's
insight
not
check
him.
that.
It's patron. And I'll also
I would
insight.
like to deception check that.
I'll
Oh.
point 2 portent you.
Oh, who was
You roll
that?
a 2 on the deception.
It's not
You roll-
Arctic. We're fine. We can keep
It
going.
was
Okay.
Sash. Sorry.
21 versus
thought
what?
it was
Two
even
plus
here.
the
It's versus
deception
2.
It's still 12,
Fuck.
but
is.
Can you inspiration like a portent? Like, because it's
It's
It,
already
re-
the roll.
it replaces
though.
the roll.
yeah, it's the roll. That's just the
yeah.
roll. I'm not fussed about it. I can work it out.
Okay.
What do we glean from it? Because we don't just go, oh, he's planning on, he's doing this.
Well, I guess, yeah, you tell us, Livy. Like, what are you like? Rather than saying stuff like well, "I plan to betray them" or whatever, or "I don't plan to betray them," whatever. Perhaps give some clues as to your demeanor or how nervous you are or who you fear in particular, or those sort of things. Like, you don't have to reveal the truth. You merely have to show that there's
Yeah,
something
a
going on.
small bit of insight into what he's thinking as well, kind of thing. Yeah.
You get it completely.
Yes. Yeah. So it would be. Huh.
Yeah.
He got asked by his patron if I would be ready to kill. He didn't say who. So Livy's thought about it. He said it could be them, and he would do it, but he would rather not, kind of thing.
He's
So, like, I don't
resolved
know,
to
he-
do what his patron wants, but he gets a choice.
Yeah.
And I think it's more like he hopes he doesn't get asked to do a thing. Would that be closer?
He'd prefer not to kill you guys. Just he'd prefer that's not what they asked to do. Maybe something or
He's
someone
ready
less.
though. He's ready.
He's ready.
'Cause Livy,
But he has no malicious intent, but he would.
Because I
if
don't
told.
think you are evil, but I think you're being manipulated by this evil creature.
Have you ever tried clerical duties? I'm
I
sure
think-
it's not too different from your sort of patron.
I think it is the power they offer compared to the power I get now. I feel is more. I'm not just after the power. I'm after the talk of Waterdeep. That's what everyone wants these days.
Are we the talk of water? Is that why you're following us?
Yes,
Well,
it's
this is my
writing a
big
story
hit.
about it.
Yeah, this is my big hit. If I do well, I get to be the biggest there is in Waterdeep.
Just make sure you don't fall to evil while following your ambition.
Well, for you, Prophet, I will try my best.
Well,
He wants to believe you, but I don't think he does.
Rolls will pat him on the
Like
back.
he really does.
I think you're a good guy, Livy.
Me too. Well, wild.
No, Tali, you're gonna pat me on the back.
Me in
Hits you.
game. Hey guys, I'm here. Let's calm down. Come here, give me a hug.
It's like I wanted to do this last session, but like I got sidetracked a lot. You know, by like
yes.
the Darlock.
An entire lich, you know, no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should. Have you ever tried bargaining with your patron? Is that how it works?
I can ask for things, but I'd like not to. If I can get with at least help I can, the better.
What has it made you do before for this power?
Nothing extreme.
What do you classify as extreme?
But it hasn't asked me to murder anyone. Particular.
But we also know that your patron is responsible for the psychic pirates. So your patron has asked people to kill before.
But not me.
So but what will you do if your patron asks?
There's a limit. And a line. Let's go with a line. There's a line I would cross. And then just past that line's another line I wouldn't. There's a lot of lines, Prophet.
And the question is, where are they?
Well, we shall see. I hope I can gain your trust in the end, but
It's not you, it's your patron.
I still think you'd suit clerical duty.
never big on religious.
Are there not other patrons that can give you similar powers but not require you to be evil?
I
don't
haven't
think it's
delved
very
into the
easy
depths
to-
to find out, but
I get it because you swim and stuff.
yeah, it's a good one, eh?
Yeah.
He's trying to be serious when he does work at that. Like when we return to Sylvium, we shall do the research.
It's probably not very easy to find a patron that is willing to give people powers.
Livy is a friend. Are you saying it is not worth the effort?
Oh, I'm just saying it won't be easy.
So what do you say, Livy?
We'll see how it goes, but I'm not holding my hopes out for it.
Right.
Yeah, everyone has like that telecommunication for like 1 hour anyway. Now?
I hum a really annoying Elvish tune
It's not concentration.
over my brainwaves.
Oh wow,
Like Facebook block.
I like that one, Aaron. You know, I'll back you up in that, and Ross will start being a background hummer.
he's like the baritone.
I cast spell magic on myself. Get me out of this fucking hell.
All right. Oh wow! Do we know this dragon's name? Were we given it?
Yeah, Malestor Quadrus.
Molester.
Malestor Quadrus, yeah.
Gotta write that down. All right. Hey, I spelt that right. The first word, at least. I didn't get to the second bit. You gotta get your mind. You gotta think like a fantasy writer.
That's right.
How can I turn Maelstrom into a name?
Yeah. Yeah. I always see Molester myself, but I don't know why they ever came up with it. But he's a canon dragon, Molester. So
Molester?
Yeah.
Malestor. Yeah, Am has found herself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attack it from like on the airship, or what? How are we going to bring it to the ground?
I can bring it to the ground if it fails fails to resist my spell. I can keep casting it over and over again until it works as one
This-
option.
This is another day, right?
Yeah, and I'll reroll my portents.
Pretty much. Well, I think we should fight it on the ground in the event that it destroys the plane or the plane, the airship.
But what if it just circles around, never landing?
Yeah, that's what my spell's for. I can bring it down to the ground if it can't resist my spells.
Appeal to its
But I-
sense of pride, bait it in, maybe? I don't know.
Its lair, its hoard is most precious.
I'll hold up. I'll like root through my things, pull out two little portent slips, and be like, "You, well, you. I haven't
Oh.
foreseen you pulling it down to the ground. It's up to you if to succeed or fail."
Needle.
Arctic.
Yeah.
I have Elminster's book on the worms of the north.
Sure do.
Can I? Is this dragon in there?
Sort of. The dragon isn't, but the Malestor clan is. It's a
Oh,
pretty
shit.
interesting story, and there's a lot of information to tell. So I'll keep it brief. So the only, most of what you've got here is all about Malestor Rex. Malestor Rex's lair is somewhere in the High Moor here, the massive swamp, even bigger than the Evermoors down to the south. Malestor Rex is a legendary dragon, very powerful, very large, very old. But he's most famous for fucking up. He did a deal with a demon or a devil within Dragonspear Castle, a pit fiend or something like that. And anyway, he did a deal with a pit fiend within Dragonspear Castle, and in exchange for giving them his horn, they taught him lots of magic. He, unlike most black dragons, he's obsessed with magic, and his line, his children, have inherited his magical power. So yeah, they're not just simple beasts; they're magicians by nature. Unfortunately for Malestor Rex, the pit fiend then used that horn to control him, and now he is basically bound to Dragonspear Castle. Whenever the fiends who, because it's a monster-ridden fortress, this one. At least it was when Elminster wrote the book 100 years ago. And it says that, yeah, whenever they want, they can call upon him and basically dominate him through the use of his horn. So that's Malestor Rex. Doesn't explain much about his clan, but it does note that Malestor has several children. At least 7 black dragons are known to be his children. And like all dragons, and especially black dragons, they hate each other. They're very territorial. They don't share. But they also can be expected to avenge each other. Just because they hate each other doesn't mean that they won't seek revenge.
Well, this Maelestor might be a bit of a handful if he's inherited the magic from his father.
Maybe, but come on, we're
They're not-
pretty strong.
They're not. Just be prepared for this black dragon to have other tricks. All right.
All right. So the travel goes peacefully enough, easily enough. You consider throwing the crew overboard, but you never actually get around to it.
Yeah, Thunderwave.
Done. Crew gone. And roughly 7 days later, you will arrive at the village of Bereskia Bridge, which ironically doesn't have a bridge. It does have a bridge under construction, and that's something. You have to zoom out a fair bit. Bereskia Bridge is divided into four. Bereskia Bridge is divided into four factions. Can you understand?
Very roboty.
Yeah, very roboty.
We'll just wait for it to pass.
Yeah, not work. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to.
You put that in the meme channel.
Put what in the meme channel?
The
They
Wait,
joke.
look at
try
heroic
VC.
feat.
Yo,
Next
Hey,
level.
look at that dude in the top left corner. That guy is a were-tiger.
Hey,
This is
no,
Wild's opportunity. Look at him, he's got fucking stripes and shit.
maybe he's just Naruto's son. Or something.
Rawr.
Maybe.
All right. So looks like I might have recovered, but no, has it?
Sounds
Not
cool.
sure.
It's better.
A little bit roboty. Speak again.
Hard to tell.
It sounds better, yeah.
All right. So we'll see how this goes. So Bereskia Bridge is divided into four, I guess, factions who are more or less unaligned to each other. The bridge itself is under reconstruction. As we know, the dragon keeps coming along and breaking the bastard, pissing everyone off. Bereskia Bridge is famous. Not only is it important because it links Baldur's Gate with Waterdeep and Waterdeep with lands beyond. It's a crucial part of the trade way. It's also the site of a very famous assassination. During a time called the Time of Troubles, there was a dude called Cyric. He was a murderer. He happened to murder a guy called Baal. Baal happened to be the god of murder. And when you murder the god of murder, you become the god of murder because you did a better job than he did, right? Yeah, right. So that's how it happened. And so Cyric became the god of murder. It lasted for a while. He went mad, and that's kind of history. But Bereskia Bridge is famous because 100 years ago, a man killed a god here. And ever since, the river has flowed black and poisonous. And so it's fresh water on the east upstream, and it's poison to the west downstream. So that's the situation we've got here. When you guys fly in, do you just like land next to the only buildings, or do you have some other approach? Like, how do you do it? You drop leaflets, skydive?
Probably land further down the road and then like walk in. Like we could bring out griffins. So does anyone want to bring their griffin? I would bring my griffin. I've got a saddle for it.
Should buy barding for it.
Barding is 4 times armor's cost, and you can buy it if you want.
Do I need it to ride it?
No, you
No,
don't
no.
need it.
But it
Right?
would
No,
help protect it.
you need an exotic saddle to ride it, though.
I do have an exotic saddle. I
then
remember
that's
getting one of them.
fine. Yeah.
I have it
Yep,
put
no
down.
worries. So yeah, if you want to ride your Griffin in, is anyone else going with him?
I'll use the
No.
foot falcon.
Yeah, I was just gonna like have it walk alongside along the road since nobody's
Oh,
got
you're not riding
theirs.
it in? Yeah,
I
sure.
won't fly it in. I'll just walk with it in.
Oh,
Cool.
okay,
So we,
yeah. Once we land, I'll come in.
cool. We put the blimp down about a mile away from the town. I presume you approach it from the north, because otherwise you'd have to, go around and come up from behind it. Seems a bit unnecessary. But then again, the bridge is out, so whatever. We'll just assume that you come in from the north. Arriving on the north, you will see a flag that designates this northwestern camp as belonging to the Lord's Alliance. It has the flags of both Waterdeep and of Baldur's Gate, and also of the Lord's Alliance themselves.
Lord's Alliance, look.
Hi, you kin?
I
Yeah.
can do a thing.
I'll go over there. Anyone come with me?
I'll go with them if you want.
I'll come. Why not?
And I've still got like Rascan's banner as well.
Cool. You hear whips in the distance as you approach, and you can see that men are receiving lashes even as they work. It becomes apparent that this is some kind of convict camp or something. There are roughly 100 men, and they are all men, half-orcs and humans and occasionally dwarves and stuff. 100 men have been chained together into groups of 5, and they are being lashed by roughly 5 or 10 men wearing studded leather armor that are quite clearly in charge. It's a work camp. They're logging trees, they're picking up the logs, taking them over to fix the bridge with, roping them together, hammering, all that sort of manual labor. But it appears to be done by slaves, and slavery is illegal in all Lord's Alliance towns.
They probably have like a get around like these aren't slaves, they're prisoners, and we can do whatever we want to them.
Prisoners
You've
with
pl-
jobs.
You've played government before, haven't you?
The world is an evil place. You've got to get used to it.
Being a bounty hunter, would I have seen like a work camp or such before?
Sure. Yeah. You're not silly. You understand how these things work. Yeah.
Well, I'll lead the ones who came with me through to try to find probably the largest of the what looks like tents.
Sure. Before you can get close enough to do so, when you're about 300 feet down away from it or something, a wild golden furred man comes out. He's got massive sideburns, shaggy hair. He looks mostly human, save for the fact that his body hair is ample enough as to be a feral animal. Heavily armed, experienced by the look of him, scarred, and he roars out to you. Whose banner do you fly? For these are not your land.
I'm a member of the Lord's Alliance.
That is not a Lord's Alliance flag that I see.
It's
No,
the banner
that's
of the
from
champion.
Waterdeep.
Oh, yeah.
I have the signet ring and the papers, and
I
I'll
suppose
hold
just-
out my fist to show the ring.
Just of like
Whose champion are you?
Rascan is our champion,
His champion.
and just of like
I'm
his.
pleased to meet you, Raskan.
No, I'm Wild Gold.
Ah, then you are not Raskan. Who is your leader? Where is this Raskan?
Oh, Raskan the champion has left us.
Who's
He could-
he is the
he couldn't
champion of
hack it.
who?
Everyone, and
He's sending mixed messages.
Oh, I understand. This is some self-proclaimed name that has been given to him.
Exactly.
Well, I might as well call myself king for all it's worth.
yeah, but in time, all will know the truth that he is the champion and you are no one.
In time, everyone will see that I am king.
Then
Bro,
we shall
What are you
wait.
doing here?
Getting off
Then
to
we
a
shall
bad
wait.
foot. Let me talk. Shush. we're here to slay the dragon for the 25,000.
Oh, very good. Well, that is good news at least. You can
We
take up any. Yes, of course. If you wish to set up a camp, you may do so no closer than 100 feet to ours. I recommend that you keep on this side of the road and on this side of the bridge, for the other three groups of people are not worth your time.
All right. Also, I have one more question for you.
I have more than one question for you.
Are you a tabaxi?
No, no, I am a hunter.
All right.
He asked one of his men, "What's a tabaxi?" "I don't know, sir." Oh, okay.
So these are the three groups. Who are they?
That over there, he points to the south where there's a castle surrounded by a little moat. Then there's the Paladins of Elturel. They've laid claim to the southern border, and they've got ambitions on coming over to the northern side. But you wouldn't want to go over there looking the way you do. They're likely to arrest you for being some kind of spy of the Cult of the Dragon.
Thanks for the information.
Aye, highly judgmental people, he says. And
What
they
about the
don't
other
listen to
ones?
reason. Across the road here, I've got some right druggos and alcoholics and diseased women. If you're after a cheap time that's going to only leave you with a headache and regrets, then go and spend your money and your time over at the inn. Half my men bloody do, and that's how they got a clap so bad it makes them bleed. Most of the food and drink we eat, and it comes from over there though, so they are good for something. Great cooks.
We'll keep that in mind. And the last one?
Hey, maybe the most dangerous of them all. Bunch of arms dealers. They'll sell to anyone who's willing to pay. Been camped over on the other side of the road of the bridge for a couple of days. I think they're waiting a big contract. They're waiting, I think, for someone to arrive that they can make a delivery.
Well, thanks for all the information, and I think we'll be setting up camp nearby while we work out what we're gonna do about the dragon.
He's probably telling the truth, but he's probably like exaggerating it. Like, could I do an insight check? Like, try to figure like how much he is telling the truth, and how much
You'd
is
have
just
to
his
ask
hatred
him
of the
questions
other
of it.
three.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can do an insight on his attitudes to these three, but not on his attitudes to the dragon, since you haven't really
No, we
asked.
haven't asked about that yet.
Yeah.
I would also like to insight about his attitude towards the others, if like he's very biased
Just
against them
10.
for
Yeah, like he speaks with a man with conviction.
Natural
12 gold. Yeah, how to put this? I guess we'll go through them one by one. First of all, he fears the paladins, but not in a conventional sense, just kind of in the way that we fear the police, I suppose, right? Like, he doesn't expect them to come over and kick his ass, but if they did, then it's
Not
not
much
going
he
to be
could do.
pretty for. Yeah, that's right, right? Like when you're wearing full plate and you've got a horse, that puts you at a pretty big advantage over the common soldier.
And you try to fight back, you're resisting, so it's worse, sort of thing.
Exactly right. That's right. And so that and you know, you look at him and he's a feral monster, and so yeah, it's clear that he does have something justifiably to be a little bit afraid of the paladins. But they're paladins, and So unless if you fear us, you're probably doing something wrong. Yeah, all right. The God Shadow Inn, the dealers, he seems to have something personal against them. It's not that he fears them or even that he hates them. It's mostly that he resents them. And this is kind of the opposite. Drugs to her grand, but what can she do about it? If they come around, then she's still going to give them milk and cookies. So she doesn't like them by any stretch of the imagination, but it's kind of not their fault that his men want to get high and have prostitutes. So on the other hand, these guys, the Seven Swords Claw stuff, he seems dark on them. Doesn't seem to know much about them. And so his suspicion may be unwarranted, but he is deeply suspicious of them.
All right.
You set up camp, and if there's anything that you want to know or ask or do, this guy's got all day. He's his own boss, and so there's no one to tell him otherwise.
I wanted to ask him.
What exactly is a hunter? I've never met a hunter before.
Sounds like a pretty stupid question.
The fuck do you mean by that?
You ever heard of hunting?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But
well,
I
that's
asked
what
if
I
you were
do,
a
mate.
tabaxi, and you said no, you're a hunter.
Well, I don't know what a fucking tabaxi is. Is it some kind of bloody
I'm a
urbane,
tabaxi.
bloody merchant, bloody? Oh, well, that's good for you, mate. And why don't you go and show me how to tabax? Why don't you tabax all over the bloody place?
Well, look! I've got fur, and I've got a fucking lion. I'm a lion. You look like you've got beast-like qualities. I'm thinking you were fucking tabaxi or something.
Oh, tabaxi, it's a person, is it? Oh no, bloody! I thought it must be like a job.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm a barbarian.
Yeah, no. All right. Oh, that's a job. Barbarian's not a bloody job, mate. It's an insult. Barbarian's what people call you when you can't read, but all you can do is beat shit up. That's not a job, mate.
I may not be able to read, but I can kill a dragon.
Oh well, there you go. You're a killer. That's a job.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm a bounty hunter.
Now we're talking. Well, I'm a big game hunter. So we're practically the same.
Oh, what sort of things do you hunt?
Oh, well, he's going to say elephants, but he looks at Luro and decides not to.
Rosie.
Big. Sorry, Roz. I mean Roz. Big things. He says big things.
I was like, why do you have stripes?
I come from up north. I come from up Neverwinter. I've got nothing to hide from you. You're a bunch of freaks. My grandfather was a were-tiger.
A were-tiger, like a were-bear sort of thing. We had a guy who was a were-bear. He was a weird sort.
Yeah, well, Granddad was a bit of a weird sort too, but a good hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is were-tiger? What's that like?
Oh, bloody unpredictable, right? Like they can be mean, but they can be kind. They're almost always really selfish. Bloody Granddad really loved himself, eh?
That just sounds like a regular person to me. Like everyone in my village is like that.
No, right. What village is that?
It's way down south.
I'm not sure actually in comparison to here. It's fuck. Where's my notes? Backstory.
Pulls out his diary. He's like
in the Shining Plains. In the Shining Plains is where his village is.
They are like about here, I think. Maybe here.
I think so. I know it was very far south.
I think that's that.
Holy shit! You travelled so far.
Reckon.
Hmm.
Probably took a boat or something for a lot of the ways, like up this way, to get to Waterdeep.
That's not accurate.
Okay.
That's
when I
much
s-
more accurate.
There's no scale.
Yeah.
Well, there is a scale.
Yeah, when I
There is a
saw it as a
scale.
miles, I guessed it was correct.
It should be the scale. Yeah, it is. It's the scale.
Oh wow, it is too. Nice.
I was hoping it wasn't, so I could make the joke I was 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Because you were more prepared.
That's right. I was on the ball.
Nice.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. You ever hunted demons before?
Demons? No.
Yeah, I've done a bit of demon hunting. It's a bastard. Hey, you stick to regular creatures. Stick to dragons. You're better off with dragons. Trust me.
How did you get into demon hunting?
I'm from Neverwinter, mate. We had a rift open up to the abyss in the middle of the bloody city. Happened during the spell plague. Fucked everything, eh? Big time. But we got on top of it eventually. That Never Ember, he's a good bloke.
Sounds rough.
Yeah, it was harsh. It was harsh. Anyway, made me who I am. You know, I'm a shit kicker in the gutter until this. You know, just a bit of a run around street cat. But you know, made me into a man. Got me a job. Made me who I am. I never really looked back. Eh?
Fair enough.
So you had to kill the dragon. Got any experience?
Killing dragons. I killed some young dragons. Nothing too extreme.
No, not
But
a
we
young
killed
dragon,
a lot
mate.
of giants. Killed a
Oh,
lot
well,
of giants.
Well, that's something, I suppose. For dragons, I'm a lot more cunning than giants. You know, giants are predictable. Pick up a bloody rock and chuck it at you, and then bloody run at you when you're close enough. That's what a giant will do. No, a dragon's real tricksy, mate. You never know what they're going to do. Each one of them got their own mind. They all got their own tactics. But you know, even the bloody big red dragons that just turn up and burn the shit out of everything. Even they've got a plan. Even they're not doing it entirely recklessly. Same as this bastard. This molestor, bloody Quintus bastard. Quadras. He's tricksy, eh? He's tricksy. He'll come along and he'll knock this bridge down and he'll piss off before anyone can do so much as bloody put an arrow through his eye. Real tricksy like.
You think that if he got close enough that you could do some damage to it?
No, mate. My blokes are bloody useless. Eh? Most of them are just petty thieves and rapists. We just got them here for a couple of years, getting their bloody doing time down here instead of chucking them in some bloody prison. We've got them working down here in the work camp. They're bloody useless, mate. Wouldn't want to give them a sword. They're as likely to stab each other as they are to stab the enemy.
I wasn't asking about them. I was asking about you.
No, mate. I got my orders. I'm here to look after the prisoners.
Wasn't asking if you were going to do it, but could you? Think you could take on a dragon?
Fuck no. No, not this dragon, mate. He's bloody huge.
How big?
Oh, he looks over at the building. He's bigger than the inn, but he's smaller than the fortress.
All right. We might be. We should be able to take him pretty easily, I think. And I've been told that the gift of wearing. Is that what it is?
Oh,
Where?
lycanthropy, mate.
Yeah, that one. That can be like given, right?
Oh, well, it got passed down to me through the blood and me mum.
Through the blood. So what if it? Say I drank your blood, would I then become a were-tiger as well?
I'm not a bloody were-tiger, mate. I'm bloody, half-breed, quarter-breed. I'm a mulatto. Just got a bit of tiger in me, that's all. A few stripes, that's all.
So you couldn't give it?
Oh, bloody hope not, mate. Otherwise, there's a few girls up in Neverwinter who are probably turning every full moon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I can understand. It was a long shot anyway. Thanks for the information.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, we're gonna have a barbecue with this bloke tonight.
Hell yeah. This is where Bunning and
He's fixing the bridge.
Are we resting? We're not resting the night.
So I guess
Well, we're
Yeah.
gonna, but we're gonna
from
have
the
like
sizes
a
we've been
barbecue
given
with
for
it.
this dragon, he won't fit.
Ooh,
The
I like
dragon won't fit
barbecue.
in a 10-foot sphere.
And the inn won't for 10 foot. You can do with that what you will.
Bigger than the inn, smaller than the fort.
That's sort of the idea I was
That's
having
it.
was when the dragon comes down to breathe on us, just cast Wall of Force and put him in a sphere. Just
Ah.
have him crash into the side.
Oh, how does the dragon usually go about destroying the bridge?
He's used different means. Trixie is, changes up his tactics. Rips it with his claws, bites it in half, breathes on it, and whacks it with his tail. Yeah, we've got a bunch of different methods.
Has he cast any spells before?
Yeah, he casts some spells. Bloody hell, what bloody spells? Oh, see, I don't know magic real well, eh? I think it's weather magic. Is that a magic? Is that a magic?
Did he cast
Weather?
like lightning bolts or something?
Weather's gonna put Storm over his head.
That's it. Tries to think if Molestus ever cast lightning.
While he gets rained on.
No, I never seen him like make the lightning or nothing. But he can make thunder, and the water, it obeys his bloody commands, eh?
Oh. Well.
What
Does
is the
he-
range of the dragon's breath?
Of the dragon's
Couldn't
breath?
bloody tell you, mate, eh?
Oh,
But
so
it,
name
but, like,
Amadale now.
but it doesn't. It goes all over the place. It's like a big bloody blast that goes bloody everywhere, eh? It fills the sky with this mist that burns the shit off your face like nothing but bone left, eh? Things it'll do to you, strips your bleach clean.
And
They need
does
to
he wait
bury
for the
a
bridge to
light, I
be
guess.
fully built?
Yeah, the bastard. Yeah, now you're thinking like a dragon. He don't always, because he's tricksy. Sometimes he comes a bit early, but he's got a lot of patience, the bastard, right? And he seems to bloody know when we're weaker, right? And he don't attack until then. I don't know how the bastard knows, but he always catches us when our pants are down.
Is there a...
Don't have your pants down.
Yeah, well, mate, sometimes you got to take a piss, don't you?
Can I cast See Invisibility?
Yeah, you can.
Is there a worker that's been here for quite some time, or that always lives at the end of this dragon attack?
Oh, they all bloody live, mate. I'm not going to send me workers in to die. They're shit useless.
Oh no, as if is there just like a suspicious person that always hangs around that you never really see do anything, and then
Fucking oath, he says, and he points like over here
of
and
them?
down there and over there. They're all over the place, mate. They're all bloody sus as.
I was just thinking that if he's a magical dragon, he can possibly turn into a humanoid and
Shit.
Or maybe has divination?
Shit. Do you reckon I should string each of my men up and torture them until they tell me the truth?
I don't think that would yield good results, even if
Seem-
he was one of them.
It seems you're torturing them anyway. A dragon would not put up with such treatment.
Oh, you're right. Dragon's too tough. Maybe I can torture them, and the ones that don't scream might be the dragon. What do you reckon of that?
I don't think that's a very useful course.
I can hear again.
Yeah, we heard you speak when you asked. Yeah.
I was gonna locate dragon.
There is no dragon within 1,000 feet.
Okay.
Good idea, though.
Thanks. I thought of it all myself.
There's
Go ahead.
Nero was gonna do detect magic.
Excellent. This guy has a pair of magic blades and a pair of magic braces. But in this immediate vicinity, because detect magic's only like 30 feet, there's nothing else.
Okay. Goes back to looking around.
No worries. It'll last 10 minutes, so if you go anywhere else, then it might
Well, he might just walk
change.
about the camp if they let him.
Yeah, Lee's not going to stop you at this stage. Like, we're going to have a barbecue anyway. You don't spot anything magic in the camp, but if you go down to the water will glow. And if you ever came close enough to the statues, then they would glow as well.
Mm.
Wild is
Who
going to get on
paid
his
to put these
griffin and
statues here?
You ask him that?
No, I'm just wondering.
Just trivia.
That's-
There is a bit of a story to it, so it's kind of interesting. When the initial murder happened, I think it was the priests of Sirik built them, and so
Okay.
they built this great statue to kind of honor it. But they were torn down. The paladins tore them down because like they're evil. But then merchants are like, no. We don't worship Sirik or Baal, but don't you dare piss them off. And so the merchants paid to have them rebuilt just out of fear of retribution from the gods.
I was like, oh, they're so evil, I just don't mess with them. So I was thinking like statues like this, like why are they tolerated?
Yeah, that's right. Why are they tolerated? Historical fact, like, right? Like the paladins hate it. Well, not that you'd know that, but you can guess it, and they do. But it's a, I guess it's a fear and respect thing. They honor them because they're gods.
And you're helpless before them.
Yeah, right. Like it's better to have them happy than have them pissed off. Yeah,
It's
that's
just
the
like-
story.
Yeah, it's just like praying to the Queen of the Sea god.
Yeah, exactly right. It's just exactly like
Mm.
that. You know, you don't want them to be angry at you.
She's evil, but you're at her mercy, so you might as well appease her.
Exactly. And it's for the same reason too. You know, you appease the sea god so that your ship will get through. The merchants appease these gods so that their caravans will. Yeah.
Luro's gonna pull Aradel and Prophet over towards the river if they're done talking.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go with Lura.
You have detected its transmutation and necromancy magic, Lura.
Okay,
Mag-
he's gonna.
Magic of change and magic of death.
Okay. Change in debt, you said.
Change and death, yeah.
Death.
Yeah.
He's gonna point at the river and just make eye blowing emojis like, it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, ow, bright.
Yeah, and if you can imagine, like looking into a nice river that has all this toxic waste floating through it, then that's what Lura sees.
So if I like, sort of squint and look down the river, does it like fade after a
As
distance?
far as you can see it, like if you can see half a mile and then the river turns, it's wrecked that whole half mile.
Where does it start exactly?
At the bridge.
Like just exactly at the bridge, or like from a certain point at the bridge?
Technically, it starts halfway, like it's kind of more or less the halfway point, but it's not until it like exits the shadow of the bridge that it really becomes obvious and concentrated.
Yeah. So there's no like source.
No, it doesn't like drip
Yeah,
from the wood or
it's-
anything. It's just.
As soon as it
it's
passes a
curse.
sort of area.
Yeah, that's right. Even when the bridge wasn't here, it was still like just suddenly polluting itself.
Maybe a hallow spell would fix this. I'm not sure. You think it's magical, Lura? Or you know it's magical?
He puts up the second 2 fingers for the second option.
He just peace signs. Yes. Well, I'm not sure if I can do anything about it. Do you think we should look for the dragon at his lair, or should we wait for him?
If I get like a small glass vial and get a mage hand to like dip it into the poison and pull it out, does it turn into normal water, or does it stay poisoned?
It remains black. Yeah,
I'll
like having ink mixed with.
I'll tip it back in. Like, probably use prestidigitation to clean it off, and they'll say, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Wild wanted to get on his griffin, take
Yeah.
a wide lap of the town, and then head back to the airship to grab a
Yeah.
barrel of ale for the barbecue.
On your wide circle of the town, you'll notice that the poison goes for about a mile, and then more or less fades.
And I don't get a locate dragon. Like I don't detect any dragons. It goes for an hour.
No.
So.
Oh, it goes for an hour, does it? Right? No, you don't.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, I fly back to the to the airship, get a barrel of our honey mead, fly back for the barbecue.
Brilliant. All right, it's mostly fish, but there's a bit of deer in there, a bit of venison as well. No, they get the fish from the right hand side. Yeah. Fishing is really good, in fact, on the right hand side. So, how long you planning on staying? Like, I mean, how long you willing to wait? Can you outwait the patience of a dragon?
We're probably gonna go find it.
Well, he'll probably spend tonight searching on a. I'd probably see. I could wager. I could look up the land within 3 miles tonight in about 11 minutes. See if there's any caves or anything within that radius.
In the meantime, we could help with construction on the bridge. Fast track and see if the dragon shows up.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Sounds
say
good
no.
to me.
Well, bloody oath. Righto.
Oh,
All right.
I have some spells I could use to help construction.
Fabricate.
Yes, I forgot to forget that spell. Any size?
Forgot to forget.
All right. We have prawns and crab and venison and fish. It's a bush feast. Even yeah, it sounds like that might be a great idea.
Do you
Okay,
think those
well, in the
paladins were the
meantime-
sisters? What do we know of their order?
I don't bloody know. You talk to them at your own peril, you know. I don't bloody give them bloody the sign of day. No one nothing to do with them.
Can I do a history check to see what I know about the group?
Yeah, sure.
I would also like to make a history check.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, 14.
That's pretty good. Tell you a few things.
I mean, Averdale knows
That's-
everything.
Tell you a little bit more. It's a long story, and if you want me to tell it, I will. But otherwise, I'll stick to the very main point.
Yes.
And the main points of this, there's a town called Eltergard. Eltergard's always been a kind of paladin town. During the spell plague, the Eltergard paladins expanded. They more or less conquered the nearby realms. Might turn us back to the big map. So here's Eltergard. Zooming in. You can find Bereskia Bridge because there's a big circle around the bastard. Elturel is to the south of it, just a little bit further down. So there's Elturel. Following the spell plague, Elturel started conquering nearby areas in the nicest way possible because paladins are nice people and they would never do anything bad. And so they just sort of conquered, you know, that kind of region more or less. And but they did it for your own good. They, you know, like taking away your cigarettes and your alcohol and your freedom and your weapons and your options because it's for your own good. They know better than you how you should live. And that's the kind of conquering that the paladins have done. They turned up with heavy armor and horses and lances and swords and spells, and they defeated the evil tyrants and whoever resisted. And now everyone in the nation of Elturel lives under the oppression of paladin authority. And that's basically how it happened. However, with the 31, like I said, I wouldn't go into too much detail. Trust me, I haven't. The 31 will know what's happened recently as well. And recently, the paladins of Elturel or Elturgard, or the nation, the paladins of Elturgard have been pulling back from their borders, and they've been pulling back en masse. You don't know why, Aradel, and it's only happened in the past month or so. But over the past month or so, you've heard through the grapevine, through your various contacts and whatever else. Maybe you heard it in Silvery Moon. Maybe you read a newspaper in Silvery Moon. Whatever the case, you've learnt that from Scorniabel to Bereskia's Bridge to everywhere else, the paladins have pulled back all of their supplementary forces, bringing them into the capital city of Elturel for unknown reasons.
That's peculiar.
Peculiar.
What would that be,
You know,
Aradel?
why would you conquer all these? Why would you conquer all these nations only to then stop occupying them? It makes little sense.
I give Prophet the rundown. Do
Sure.
you think they're being like hounded by giants as well, and they don't have the forces?
Everyone is being hounded by the giants.
Maybe we could
But
give them a
wouldn't-
talk tomorrow.
That would logically mean that because they're paladins, they'd put their soldiers in the way of the giants, right? That's what paladins do.
But maybe they're
Not to-
running thin
Not
on
to contradict you.
paladins.
Maybe they're running thin on paladins. Yeah.
Do they have?
Anyway, not for me to.
Do they
provide
have
his
a
news.
god? They worship in
They-
particular.
Oh yeah.
They have multiple gods. They have the Triad, which are Torm and god of like.
Tia.
Torm's like the god of warriors or something. Tyr's the god of justice, and Ilmaida's the god of suffering, so that other people don't have to suffer. And then there's Lathander, who's the god of the morning. So basically,
These are good
lawful
gods,
good
basically.
gods, more or less. Yeah. The typical
Well,
paladin gods.
They may be quite xenophobic, but I might be able to talk to them. Maybe not you.
If they cannot speak to someone because of their race, then they are not good.
I never said they were good. I just didn't say they were evil.
But I will.
Should we talk to them tomorrow? Or try to?
They may be obligated to help us against the dragon.
Maybe we could spur them to action. Alright. And do we know that Company of Seven Swords, or whatever it's called? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the Seven Swords Trading Cloister or something. I'll
Um,
take us back to the other.
do I know if they're like sort of Zentarum level bastards, or?
Yeah, I guess you can make a separate history check, but
Yes.
they're not a particularly famous organization.
I will give myself guidance. Maybe my god can tell me. 14.
Never heard of them.
Cool, yeah. Just some insignificant little group. I guess we return to the barbecue.
Sure. You have a great night. Get a bit drunk, eat lots of meat, talk to some convicts. A couple of blokes tell you about, half these guys used to be members of the Xanathars Guild. Criminals from Waterdeep. They share a couple of stories of what it was like to be down in Skullport, kicking in the heads of adventurers.
While they're all doing that, I'd sit down and cast Commune with Nature.
Sure.
And, So the wording's a bit weird because I sit down and commune with nature, and I get knowledge of the surrounding territory in the outdoors. The spell gives you
Right.
knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. But if I'm in a cave or other natural underground, it's only 300. So I'm outside in the forest. But it doesn't touch anywhere that's been replaced by towns or dungeons. And I instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they can relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elements, and undead, influence from other planes of existence and buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Can I find any caves that would be large enough for a adult black dragon to live in
Caves.
within 3 miles of here?
Caves. No. No caves.
No caves.
No.
I guess that's one
Whoa.
fact.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, no caves. It's. You get this information from a deity, don't you?
From nature.
It says
From
I just
nature.
become one with nature, so it might be like
So you kind of like sense it. All
I
right, look.
sense it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't sense any caves, but like in what we think of caves as fucking holes in the mountain, right? Like where stone
Sort
has
of, yeah.
eaten away and there's air. So there is none of those. However, there are several places where mud has built up and to create massive air pockets. So in a way, that is a cave, but it's not really a cave. I don't know if that is a cave or not. So there are ample places that, but there are lots of them. They're all over the place.
Okay.
So yeah, big like think of it like a big turkey mound, massive turkey mound that's hollow, made of dirt and trees and logs and stuff like that. A beaver's dam.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Like, is a beaver's dam a cave? It's not a fucking cave, but it's hollow. It's got something inside it. It's kind
It's
of
a
a cave.
wood cave.
That's
Wooden mud
right. Like,
cave.
right? Is that
Yeah.
which is
That
obviously not a
makes
cave.
sense. No, it's a structure
It's a structure.
technically,
It's a construct.
but I mean, I guess I'd still
Even a
sense it
concave
if it's made out of plants or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess just for fun, for the other 2 facts, no influence from other planes nearby.
Influence from other planes, absolutely. Right here in the middle. The abyss and like some other dark planes. The lower planes dump their shit straight into this water. So there is a planar anomality in the middle of the water. Middle of the bridge.
That was lucky. And I guess is there any? Let's go with fiends nearby in 3 miles.
Ooh, is there any fiends? Yes, there is.
Oh, okay. You could determine the location of a powerful undead in it. So I guess I'd learn its location
It's
by the
inside
example
this
it gave.
inn.
Oh. Okay.
It's inside the
Cool.
what now?
It's
The
inside
inn.
the inn. The God Shadow Inn. Good to know. Actually, I learned a lot of information I wasn't expecting to get out of that.
Damn, wanted to live
Alrighty.
there.
I'll finish my casting time of the 11 minutes and finish focusing, and then rejoin the group.
All right.
There is a reason I'm putting these blue dots down on the bridge.
Cool. I can't even see them yet.
Yeah, I
okay.
can't see him either.
They're really small.
There are no blue
Oh,
dots. that's
they're
the
really
fix.
tiny. Yeah, there's one just there, one just there, one just there.
How far zoomed in
One
are you?
over here. I'm right into it. Like
I'm 70%.
I can see the details of the people on the bridge.
41%.
I'm at 94.
I see them at
You
53.
barbarians not at multiples of 5 or 10.
I had it on like 92.
Mm.
Chaos. Anyway,
You guys should put yourselves at the barbecue.
Yeah.
I'm
Put
looking at the
yourselves
barbecue.
down. Enjoy yourselves.
I'm working out the logistics of fabricate.
How does this large man that is 6 times the size of these tents fit inside of them, though? It's my question.
Magic.
Magic tents or magic man?
You ever seen Harry Potter?
All magic.
I'm the magic man.
I haven't
Magic
seen a Harry
man.
Potter.
He's
You
magic
haven't
Mike.
seen Harry Potter? The one where they go inside the tent and it's like a mansion?
Who's he?
Sounds like a weird movie.
Alright.
Go inside a magic tent mansion.
Can I grow up, please? This is my token.
What an interesting phrase
I
that.
want to be a real boy.
No, you
But
stay
you're a
in the wall.
dwarf.
And
Oh,
also small.
okay. I'm gonna chill with my fucking small people over here. Oh,
Hey, get off of me.
okay. Sorry.
Pushes you. I can change myself though.
So,
Yeah.
can I ask the guy how many days does it take for the dragon to attack normally? After the bridge is finished?
It says that it's unpredictable. Sometimes it comes 3 times in 10 days. Other times we only see it once a month. But over the past 6 months, it's destroyed the bridge every time.
But not within the day? Of
One time it came 3 times in 10 days just to piss us off. We hadn't even done much on the bridge by then. It just sort of ruined everything that we had done. Yeah, so it's unpredictable. He says he doesn't know much about dragons, but he once heard a rumor that black dragons are mad, or they don't have any reason or rhyme. Doesn't know if that's true. Just having talk.
Wild looks at Aradel.
Aradel's AFK.
They're chaotic evil. Chaotic dragons are probably less predictable than lawful ones.
I guess I'd find a moment when we're kind of away from the slaves and people, and I'd mention it to the more more knowledgeable people about the things I have discovered about the
Yeah,
bridge and such.
So not wild gold. What you're
Not
trying
Wild
to say.
Gold. Yes.
What
yeah.
the fuck, dude?
I mean, if he overhears, he overhears. But I'm not gonna
He's
go
a
tell
genius.
tell him. He won't understand shit.
He's just become a genius, and you know that. He told you.
But yeah, I'll tell them everything I learned. So the fiend and the inn, the bridge being another plane, and there is a ton of knot caves scattered around the area that could be used as like a tunnel system for the dragon. Maybe.
Yeah, think of it like you know how earthworms dig through the ground, but imagine that on a monumental scale, and that's you
Yeah.
I guess they're caves, right? I
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a hole in the earth. There.
I should know these things, but I don't.
Is
The giant earthworm tunnel, a cave. Google it now.
Google it, yeah.
hole named monotreme is a single hole in Greek.
Isn't
Monotreme's a type of animal.
that's what I was about to say. I learnt that
It's a
word. I'm pretty sure
platypus.
it's
Like
Yeah,
an
it's
echidna,
platypus.
an echidna, yeah.
I liked that it means single hole. It fits quite nicely.
fits quite nicely for the platypus. That's how they
I mean, for a single
Single
hole,
hole.
yeah. it fits.
I'm not going there.
Oh, I didn't share this with everyone, but I need to find it again now. On the topic of platypuses.
Oh god.
Is
Copy.
it the
Oh
milk and
no,
eggs?
Grady, no.
Great day.
Platypuses can make their own custard. We get it.
Where'd she put it in?
Roll
Put it in
20.
the game chat.
Oh. I'm curious. Anyway, it's a hole. So, yes, we're dealing with a plane coming into the real world. A fiend in the inn, and there could be a dragon with a tunnel system that leads to multiple different monotremes all across the place. Fun facts.
All classic sitcom
With-
tropes. Fiend
With
in the end.
Iglis.
You could say a fin.
No.
Or not. It's up to you.
I don't think I will.
Aradel, we have been informed that there is a fiend in the inn. Do you wish to investigate?
They're just like a tiefling.
All he did was search for fiends in about a 3-mile radius, and that's the only hit I got. I just thought you should know, because, fiends are
I could
usually
send
from
Weather
lower
in for a
hills.
look to make sure it's not just something trivial.
I can also do that.
Right.
Can
But
I?
I'm going to do
also
it now. I'm going to send him and faster.
And I'm gonna use Arcane Eye to view it as well. I got nothing else to do. This is at nighttime still, right? Or the
Yeah, having a
afternoon.
barbecue. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah,
send
I'll
Weather
cast-
and the Arcane Eye in.
Wait, did
Oh,
Laura
right.
know about this?
What?
Was
No.
Laura
Oh,
included?
Jackie's going to cast Clairvoyance. but she's
Was
gonna be
Laura
late to the
included?
party.
I mean, were you there when I said it? Yeah, you could
I
be
think
if you
so.
wanted to be. Yeah, I
Sure.
wasn't trying to be
Laura-
quiet
She's
about
going to
it.
be
it's
late to the
secret.
party because it takes 11 minutes to cast or 10
Oh
minutes.
fuck! Never mind.
And it has to be a point in range and a location familiar to you, or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you. So you could
E.g.
cast it like
behind a
you could,
door.
yeah, you
In
can
a
put it behind
window.
the door, but then you'll just see like the inside of a random room, and that's all.
In that window there, and just get lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where your fiend is.
It's like you do it, and there's just a pit fiend sat there, like just
Wait.
eating like biscuits.
He's having his salad.
You do yours
Vegetarian.
first. Okay.
He's got to mix it up sometimes.
Alright, so we're sending
He
them
enjoys the pleasures of the flesh, so he may as well eat not flesh.
Buddhist pit fiend. Okay, so you send your eye and your own fiend in. They are both invisible, and what are they doing? How are they gonna find fiends?
Mine can go through like 1-inch gaps, so
Yep.
I could just fly around and survey the area. Let's look for
Yep.
any like weird people or
Well, mine can get through small spaces too. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so you're basically just using similar sort of methods, just scouring the place and looking for anything that has horns and hooves and a tail.
Yep.
and whoever's like in charge, basically anyone who has like an aura of command, because that's how fiends, that's how devils are.
Sure. It's a relatively new building. Looks like it's only been built in the past year. Certainly the past 5 years at most. It's called the God Shadow. It's really well decked out with a bunch of lovely artworks that is a little bit incomplete. Like they haven't quite finished furnishing it yet. But what they do have here is beautiful. Poofs, the things that you put your feet on, and moon chairs, which are ornate chairs, like what they used to use in not medieval England, but Victorian era England, a couple of 100 years ago. Lovely ornate chairs and desks and tapestries and paintings, but it all has an Eastern feel to it. Exotic and alluring and strange. Most tables have a hookah pipe for smoking tobacco or opium or some blend of drugs. There's a place to drink. It's like a little bar, but primarily it's an inn. Primarily, it's a place where you come and you book a room and you stay before moving on to your next destination. Yeah, what I suppose I could describe the people a little bit. There are obviously chefs and maids and all of the staff that you might expect in a hotel establishment. They all look quite beautiful. Even the serving staff and the people behind the counter, the cooks. Yeah, you look around. It's an exotic and strange and alluring coffee house. But you don't spot anything obviously fiendish unless you mean drugs and exotic art. There's pictures of people having sex with snakes and stuff. It's a bit fucking weird, but like but it's not like openly a demonic temple or anything.
Is there like a person there that's being fawned over by just a little bit too many people?
That's a good question. Make an insight check.
Oh, I can't give myself guidance because I'm already concentrating.
Oh,
Wow. What was it? Insight. Whammo.
Yeah.
Ignore the +4. 21.
No, you don't. No one's fawning over anyone, but everyone is avoiding one person.
Oh.
There's a woman. You'll see her picture here. She's got a funny haircut, half bald. A relatively skinny woman with some kind of skin disease along her forearms and a sinister pair of slightly cattish eyes. Who she sits down for most of the time you're there, just enjoying a coffee. But when she gets up, people just like get the hell out of her way and clean up her mess immediately. And it's typical nobility behavior where she doesn't seem to even notice anyone else, and they're like a force of nature working around her.
It seems a little obvious. Or is it just a ploy? Who knows? Well, I may have identified the fiend if they're being disguised.
Who'd eat? So
We could have weather stick around for hours.
Yeah, sure. Because it's an inn, it shuts up, but stays open as well. Like they're open. You can knock on the door and open up at 24/7, but they close up shortly after dark since there's no customers. And servants live mundane lives, and the people who aren't servants just enjoy the labours, I suppose. Coffee and opium and fine shrimp and anything else that they want. Spices. It's all here. So it's a queer little inn, that's for sure. It's decadent. That's also for certain. But it's not. The decor is strange. There's lots of snakes. There's lots of fiendish images. Lots of people enchaining angels and forcing them into compromising positions and stuff. It's fucking weird. But it's no weirder than going to half the nobles' houses in Waterdeep. They've all got this funky shit, right? They've all got pictures of minotaurs seducing fair maidens and queer stuff like that. It's not unusual.
We know that one.
They
Yeah, right.
The leader we were sitting with now and eating, he said that the people who go there come back with like, sexually transmitted diseases and stuff, right?
He points out fucking half a dozen blokes over there, they're having a bit of fish, and he says, he's got the clap,
They all scratch their nuts like at the same time.
Can I get within range? And I actually want to cast Detect Poison and Disease to see what they've actually
Hell
got.
yeah. Yeah, multiple diseases. Yeah, they've got
Yeah.
scabies and gonorrhea and syphilis. They got the baker's dozen.
Oh, okay. I back
13.
away. Yeah, I'll back away. Like, alright, yeah, they definitely ridden with a lot of stuff. No way I can cure all of them.
But they're scum anyway, mate. You don't want to bloody waste your magic on them, mate. Like they're no hopers. Xanathar's guild, half of them
Ooh,
bloody
I
deserve
thought
to
Yeah,
hang. They're
some of
lucky to
those.
get here.
I thought you were your soldiers, helping you with Rifflaff, not
Oh
actually inmates.
no, but we bloody pay the inmates too, mate. Bloody on account of that Layrel bloody Silverhand and her wish-washy bloody liberal policies, mate. We have to pay these bars. They're in chains and they still earn money every day. Don't fucking make no sense to me, mate. But yeah.
Well, if they all waste it on getting diseases like that, then they won't last long.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, I don't honestly, I don't blame them, eh? Like, they got a shit life, got no future after this. I mean, when I set them free, they're only going to turn to bloody bandits and raiders anyway. So give them their fun while it lasts, I suppose. I don't, it's none of my business really.
Right. Well, I think we better be getting to bed before we get off, the dragon and all.
Yeah,
So,
right,
I'm gonna turn in for the night.
righto, mate.
And I'll,
So
you know,
the night passes. There's nothing that the Quasit wants to do over in the inn.
No, he'll just chill, make sure.
No problems.
Oh, that's a good point, Aradel.
Stands
Does
the
that
It'd
location
be
of
involved.
poisons.
It'd be Roz's bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so because I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't know. I
It's
think
in
the
a
poison
different
potion
dimension.
specifically. Well, that wouldn't in that case. Yeah, so that wouldn't. No, but I also think
Yeah.
that the poison potion isn't detectable. I think it says that in the description. I'm not sure. I might be wrong.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I don't know. But yeah, since it's on the other plane, it wouldn't.
Yeah, because it's in its own little pocket dimension. It wouldn't be here to see.
Yeah.
No, I just assumed he'd have it on his person. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Well,
The river shines as poison.
did
Yeah.
did the fiendy lady go anywhere important when she was walking around the building?
No, she seemed to be, just
walking
kind
back
of
and
at
forth,
home.
picking
Yeah,
up food. eating it.
Exactly. She spent a fair bit of time near these statues of some snakes that you could generously call a shrine, but it's only sort of a shrine in the way some people, some people have little gardens for the fairies and they put out little plates and statues and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your great
100%
auntie probably has one down in a bloody, in her farm in Victoria or something. It's just a bit like that.
Something like
You
that.
know
Yeah.
about my auntie.
Yeah, I just, everyone's got an auntie down in Victoria that has one of these, man. I tell you.
I'm pretty
Same,
sure
but-
she actually does.
I was
Same,
like,
but mine
see
was
what I'm
my granny.
saying? With so many people here, the chances of it actually being true were pretty high.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's like
So,
that
yeah.
statistical anomaly with if you have 32 people in a room, it's like a over 100% chance that some of them, two of them will share a birthday.
Brilliant.
That's bizarre.
Alright.
Hmm.
Do we have anything else to do?
I didn't think so.
Morning comes, and the town is yours, what such as it is.
Okay, I might change some spells around.
I think for
that I
the
know
last
him.
5 minutes, we should probably just fix up the bridge.
Ha!
Done.
Problem with the bridge is considering we're about to end session. Shouldn't get
Can
into
I use
anything
water
too
walk
serious.
to just walk around in the water, on the water?
So we
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
pick
I
up
got the blue dots ready.
What are they
What was the
for?
question, Leroy?
we
They're
did fix
for
up
the
the bridge.
fabricate spell.
We did pick up the what? Sorry.
Fix up the bridge.
We're gonna do that now. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast
Dance.
augury.
All right. What's your question?
Will fixing the bridge bring the dragon?
Yes. Wheel. Mm.
Bringing the dragon, guys.
From where I'm standing, like, can I see where like the stockpile of wood they used to fix, like, they're using to build the bridge?
They have to cut the wood to bring the stockpile, so there isn't really a stockpile. They just cut the trees down, then drag them over, and sometimes these blokes are waiting, and sometimes these blokes are waiting. You know, it's like a typical council bloody job. No one's really organised. This
They're all
guy's no chief
Sunoco.
manager. Yeah, exactly.
Can I
And
try
this
to
guy's no pen pusher.
focus them on just gathering and just having a pile of wood?
Yeah, they
So
call
just
you
having
a
all the raw
dickhead and
material.
tell you to piss off.
I'll get the big tiger guy to tell them to do that.
What was that?
I'll get the supervisor to get them to do that.
Yeah, no worries. He's happy to help. And while you're organising these guys, you see that some lizardmen stream in from upriver, just casually, you know, come down the river. And they get out here on the shore and they go inside the God Shadow Inn. They're carrying fish and flowers and fruit and all sorts.
I guess I see that from me standing on on the river.
Anyone who want to, yeah, who's on the bridge or in the river would see it for sure.
Yeah, that's what
Oh my god, fireball.
No,
Fireball.
I wish, but I mean, I'm just looking to see the range of fabricate.
Oh yeah.
It's 120-foot range on the fabricate.
Holy shit.
What?
Alright, that's what I was getting.
Wait, do you make the item where the pile of material is, or
I think you can make it like you turn the material into something within range. I think.
so if a pile of stuff is somewhere, yeah,
If it's
So
in
you-
within range, I
you turn it-
guess,
you-
when you
you
cast
turn
the
it-
spell.
you turn it to what you need on on that spot where you turn. Where
It's
you
like if the
transform.
pile of materials here, I could like just make a bridge here with it.
Yeah,
Uh,
10, it has to be a 10-foot cube, though, or as it says, 8 5-foot
Yeah,
cubes.
that's the blue dot.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So
right.
would the bridge be like 5 foot thick?
Yeah,
or wide?
that's pretty thick bridge. Probably wouldn't be that thick, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You
but,
can make
but I'm saying like, would the bridge fit within that? Yeah, so I could, if I use. I'm probably not going to be able to do it all in one go.
no,
but
no,
three-
no.
4 spell slots, or 3 spell
Yeah.
slots should do that bit there.
Excellent, excellent.
And then we can just feed you to the dragon
Yeah.
after that.
Well, we need raw material, then Wild will grab an axe and just go to town on the trees.
Brilliant. We start chopping them down.
So does
Mm.
Luro.
Roz will start building the bridge.
I think
We can
the
get
the
his
reason I did
carpenter
the
tools and
extended
shit.
ones is using like the beams already created on the bridge.
Didn't understand the question.
There's no one. Yeah, so I'll just do that. Then do an arcane. Then take an hour break,
Yeah, sure.
and then finish the rest of the bridge with the rest of my spell slots.
Meanwhile, the lizardmen leave the inn. They're no longer carrying fruit and fish and stuff like that. And instead, they're carrying alcohol and spears and arrows and stuff like that. And they carry them back upstream.
leaving with their sacks empty.
Yeah, that's right. They're no longer carrying fruit and fish and the rest of it.
I
Yeah.
get it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
They're literal sacks.
They're sassy.
Right, they're cloacas, I see.
Yeah.
Empty the tank, if you will.
It was a crude joke.
This was just a
was.
quick description of the spell, I guess. So what happens
Of the
of the spell, of how it happens? 'Cause it's pretty. So he'll
So
get
eight-
his.
8
Excuse me.
5-foot cubes. Yeah, right. And how many spells are you going to use? Because
Pretty
it would
much all of
take because
It'd
yeah,
be
I'll show you how
four
much
for
you'll
the
be able to
first
make
one.
with
4 for the first one,
4 for
isn't
the
it? And 3 for the
4
second one.
spells.
And that's
Right.
because I run out of spell slots at that point.
What are spell slots?
Yeah, well, I've taken Arcane Recovery as well.
7 4th level spells.
I use 5th level spell slots as well.
Right, so you use all your 4th and your 5th level spell slots. Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
and then that's hopefully I get a long rest.
Yeah, sure.
We hope.
I have a sneaking suspicion now that we've voiced it out loud, it may not happen.
No, especially after our wizard has used all of his spells for his
You've
4th
done it
and
all
7th.
in one go. I'm standing on the water. I'm gonna get eaten.
The dragon comes out from below like a crocodile, just.
I'm gonna get freaking rogue
Meanwhile,
over here.
Yeah, so
me and Prophet are the only ones on the bridge. All the tanks are like back over there.
yeah, so he'll hold up his Arcane Focus, and
Roz would have been
blue lines will
some
sort of
shit.
emanate off of all of it, and like touch all the workers, all the items that will be used in the bridge. Like sort of ghostly figures will sort of walk out from them and continue working, but very quickly speed up, and the bridge is completed almost immediately.
No, it's not.
I mean, it takes multiple turns. I mean, it's as
It takes
complete as we
multiple days.
to complete.
Multiple days. But you've gotten a lot done on the first day.
Yeah, look at that. We can walk across it now.
Ramshackle. Did we lose Arctic?
No.
hello.
I was just kept trying to talk and
Oh, sorry
kept
about that.
getting talked over, so I stopped talking. Yeah. So yeah, you've done a lot during the day, and you've made quite significant gains. And that's basically takes up your first day.
Yes.
Nice.
Hell yeah. It's probably like a massive, like us all together with like Master Craftsman Roz, competent craftsman at least, Iglis, and then like a bunch of other meatheads. Bunch of other fucking meatheads, like, be super easy to build a bridge.
Who needs engineers?
All right.
Like I said, I'd let Arctic design a suspension bridge on the fact that he did one thing of engineering.
That's right.
1 unit of
That's right.
engineering, yeah, I remember
There
I
that.
you
got a 7. That's the highest result you can get.
Is it?
Yeah, fucking
I don't
hell.
know what grading system that is.
Well, I just
A
fucking
scale
told you.
of 1 to 7.
Yeah, that's our Queensland University's. I assume that they still do it. Yeah, they did in 2016.
No, they have like satisfactory. It's all words now.
Yeah, it's all words, but it's still numbers, even though it's words. Like the
Yeah.
numbers and the words are the same thing.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Then you
Like
need
1
to
means you're shit, 2 means you're shit, 3 means you're still shit, 4 means that you got by, 5's okay, 6 is good, 7's excellent.
Awesome.
I looked at that GIF thing and searched crocodile feeding to try to find something like, that I was talking about, like a crocodile coming out to eat Aradel. That's what the dragon did.
Yeah.
And I found this. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's Aradel.
that's what's gonna happen. Wait, that's what's.
Yes.
Is he wearing a Nazi uniform?
Yeah, he is.
What? This Nazi's trying to shoot down a guy surfing a flying crocodile.
And then the
That's
crocodile
exactly
eats
how.
it.
He's wearing spandex.
I need to know. Croc.
Well,
What the fuck?
I'm gonna head off. I will
Yeah,
catch all you
Okay, so
guys
everyone
later.
say goodbye to Sash first then.
Catch you later,
Goodbye.
Scatter.
Bye to
Yes.
Sash.
Bye,
Thanks,
Sash.
everyone. See you all really soon.